West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building. It is the boy West Coast, the coast with the mostest, man. And we got a great show what you got for you guys lined up today. And we about to get this thing absolutely popping, man. He found a jersey too. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Hey, before for whatever purposes, it is. Hey, this is what I'm gonna have to do right here until we get three people on here so we can see on Instagram. But hey, can you hear me, Henny? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, cuz.
I don't like that view though.
Yeah, nah. We gonna have to wait till Kim folks slide in here with us.
Yeah, I ain't like that V. I don't like how it look. It is what it is. All right, so yo, hey, it is what it is, man. I was trying to make it look cute for Instagram, but Instagram, y'all just going to have to listen to us. It's gonna look weird, but it is what it is. It always look better when there's three in here. But yo, hey, it is your boy West Coast, and then hey, I got my cousin HTM down at the liquor store, man, and we are here to bring you guys some cowboy content, man. Some cowboy content. Hey, but I want to let y'all know that this show and all shows is brought to you by our folks over there at Black Royalties, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you are thinking about moving into the Dallas area, man, if you're thinking about moving to the Dallas area, I need you to hit my boy up, man. He goes by the name of JQ Phillips, man. He'll get you strapped up, lapped up, and he gonna have you real nice. One of them real fly pads. You feel me? Like one of them nice pads. You feel me? Because that's what he do, man. Hey, hey, go ahead, Henny. Talk to him. Talk to him for a couple seconds. Let me fix my son's back plate real quick.
Hey, you Gucci, man. And y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy hitting the more reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing tonight, man? And hey, we gonna talk about the folks that ended up on this practice squad, and then we're gonna put that shit behind us because it's time to be just like the Dallas Cowboys. Because the Dallas Cowboys are preparing to play the New York Giants. They are using every hour of the day to prepare for Week 1. So now that all the roster maneuvering is done, I want to be just like the Dallas Cowboys and talk about the task at hand, which is going 1-0 to start the season. And that's how I'm living. That's what we on today.
Absolutely, man. And so this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna talk about a little about the Cowboys that we brought back on the practice squad because I think that's important for us to talk about. And then next we're gonna jump right into this first look at this Cowboys versus the Giants, man. And we're gonna talk about how it's gonna affect what we're gonna do and just kind of give you guys a first look at it, man. If you guys already know. But hey,
Indeed.
man, go ahead and introduce a couple people, man. Give me like 2 seconds, man. Let me get my son up out of here.
You good, man. Take your time. I'm gonna hold it down for you, man. But hey, let me show some love to the folks already in the liquor store rocking with your boy, man. I see my boy Choctaw, part of the Wrench gang. He said, "Oh yeah, my boy 0-2 out here. We need some 8-year-olds. Please send them." So hey, he says, "Go ahead, send your son, Wes. He needs some real ballers on his team right now, man."
I got him. Tell him I got him.
Yeah, my boy got you, man. Hey, what's up with your King G in the building? I see Dornell Lamar. Darlene Mosher said Cowboys going to win this game, but it ain't nobody's easiest. We think we are. Yeah, we're better. We'll win the game. Jerry Decker, what's up with you, man? Salute to you, Dan Cole. I see everybody sliding in, showing love to both platforms. And y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all slide in, man. First and foremost, hit that like button. The more likes that a video gets on YouTube or Facebook, the more that platform promotes it. So if you really rock with your boy Henny, you really rock with your boy West Coast, go to both pages and hit that like button. Then y'all know I'm trying to manifest that six championship over here, man. So I know you can't like the content 6 times, but you can share it 6 times. So share the content to 6 different platforms, share it to 6 different Facebook groups, 6 different social media platforms, 6 different group chats, whatever you got to do, right? You're going to drop emojis, drop 6 championships, 6 shot glasses, whatever. But we do number sixes over here in the liquor store, man. We're going to manifest that six title, man.
You already, hey, you for sure know that's right, man. So make sure everybody hit that share button. And then also, man, in the green, we got this thing called Cash App, man. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Listen to me. We absolutely love the super chats. We absolutely love them. We love the stars too. But I'm gonna tell you, it takes us about 60 days to get those blessings that y'all send us via those avenues, right? But if you send it on Cash App, I gotta kill it. This fly is killing me. If you send it on Cash App, you will act. We actually get that today, and we can put it into use today, man. So we appreciate everybody, no matter how you share, no matter how you share. But man, we appreciate all those folks that always take care of us, man. We appreciate you. But hey, let's go ahead and do it, man. I got I'm gonna hold up real quick, man. Boy, you put some weight on.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. You need a little
Bring me a
cushion, some fighting hits. That's not a bad thing at all, man. But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the people that made it onto the practice squad. We already know who didn't, and that was heartbreaking. The boy Isaiah Land, a coveted pass rusher by Dan Quinn out of Florida A&M, did not make it back onto the
Bring me a cold.
team. We did it wrong. We could have released a kicker or something to keep him on the team, and then did some finagling. But we let him loose in the wild, and he got poached. When you got a young, like Michael Parsons is a lion, so I guess he's a cheetah or something on the savannah. You got a young, big game animal just let loose. They're gonna come hunt him and poach him. So the Colts were able to get him on their team, so he will not be a Dallas Cowboy. So
Hey, and I'm gonna tell
let
you, it doesn't. That's good enough. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. It does not surprise me that he got scooped up by one of the better linebacker coaches and minds in all of football, and that is Mr. Eberflus. Because Eberflus, if he's still over there, man, we already know how he get down, man. I mean, that he's a monster at picking these linebackers. You know what I'm saying? So he's a guy that he gonna play. That the cap is broke. He gonna play over there. He gonna definitely get some playing time over there, even though he play defensive end. He gonna play. He gonna get some time because that my influence is a beast at picking linebacker, at picking like all defensive guys and stuff like that. So it sucks for the Cowboys because I don't know how the Cowboys thought they were going to get him back. I have no clue how they thought he was going to get him back, or they just didn't care to get him back. You know what I'm saying? I thought, a lot of people get mad at me because they be, oh, West Coast, you missed to run the damn ball. How you didn't want him to get a linebacker? It's not. I mean, how you didn't want him to get a fullback? I did want him getting a fullback, but I didn't want him to get a fullback at the expense of Isaiah Land. Like, come on, bro.
right.
Isaiah Lance should have been drafted, bro.
Should have been drafted. If he did not play at HBCU, he would have probably been like a third, fourth, second round pick. That man had 19 and a half sacks in the
And
season, my
then
boy.
came in the league and then showed what he could do.
Yeah, instantly. It wasn't even no wait and see type stuff. He popped off the moment that he could start getting snaps. So I hate that he won't be here, but it is what it is. I can't cry over Isaiah Land not being here, and let's keep it real. Also, like I like Isaiah Land for what he could have been for me in the future, but right now, like he's probably like the sixth pass rusher that we got in terms of like people that you would want, because we got Michael Parsons as pass rusher one. You got a guy like Sam Williams, you spent a second round pick on that's going to get a lot of burn down the line. DeMarcus Lawrence is another edge that you got. Dorrance Armstrong, I know he's a cleanup guy. I know that he's a dude to take the trash out, but like he still ended up with like 9.5 sacks, right? So there's more veteran guys ahead of him. Dante Fowler, who you probably could lean on throughout the course of the season. But I wanted him, man, especially as developmental talent.
Yeah, man. And I'm showing all my goodies right now. But I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Like I always do. My camera is on wide view, so you're seeing too much of West Coast, but it is or what it is. But hey, sometimes in this thing called the football business, you get, guys like Land get released. I always just want it to come down to who's the actual better football player. And I definitely believe that in this situation, that the Dallas Cowboys already had it set in their mind that some of these guys were going to make this team regardless. So because of a guy like Isaiah Land, he really ain't had no shot. You know what I'm saying? Even though he went out there and produced and playing, he really didn't have no shot, man. So it just kind of it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Who else would on this got on this practice squad that you feel like?
Oh, well, we did not keep Isaiah Land, but there is another pass rusher that we did bring back, Darrell Johnson. He is a boy out of Liberty. I seen him act a donkey against my Arkansas Razorbacks. Had no business showing out against them, but that showed that he could compete. Compete up. Liberty is a very small program, compared to Arkansas, and he still went out there to help the boys beat us. So like he's a guy that I like coming in. I remember the trauma that he placed on my mind watching him beat up on my quarterback. So no, I like him. So I'm glad that we brought him back in. But like we brought him back, Tyrus Wheat. And Tyrus Wheat was another guy that I like. I don't really see where he would fit on the current roster, but I'm glad he's on the practice squad. He got position flexes, both a defensive end and a linebacker. and he played in the SEC. You know that the SEC produces, pretty decent defensive players, right? Even Mississippi State, that's where Chris Jones came out of. So like they usually create some pretty decent defensive players, and he's similar to TJ Bass. TJ Bass coming out of college had a fourth between a fourth and fifth round grade, according to the quote unquote experts. Well, Tyrus Wheat had a fourth round grade. I don't know how he went undrafted either, right? So I'm glad that we brought him back. I don't really know where he fits on the current roster, but he has time to develop.
Yeah. Go ahead.
DM and the one last person I'm gonna let
No,
you
no, no.
go.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
the last person, yeah, and the last person I'm happy about is of course my pet cat, Jalen Marino Cropper. Now, TJ Bass was also my pet cat. He purred, you know what I'm saying? Like he did more than just purr. Jalen Marino Cropper didn't even get up a stretch. A cat you usually walk around the house, stretch, try to rub. He ain't do shit. So I'm happy that they at least thought about bringing him back. You know what I'm saying? He maybe has a place here down the line when he can develop. He does fit the scheme. He is a West Coast wide receiver, given his speed and ability to separate. But it's just a very deep wide receiver room that we have. So there was no spot for him. So those are the three that I'm excited about that made it back to the practice.
I think my biggest take, I mean, not necessarily on who they kept on the practice squad. I think my biggest thing was about this whole roster is how many linebackers we kept, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, we don't have any linebackers. How many did we bring any linebacker back on the practice squad? Malik Jefferson. I thought he was injured though.
No, like he had a high ankle sprain. So by the time that they bring him back, no, he had he didn't. No, that was
No, but
Nation Wright had
Jeffrey,
a high
he
ankle
was
sprain.
out for a minute.
He was hurt. He was hurt, but he didn't have a serious injury. He didn't have a serious injury. He didn't have an injury so severe that you had to put him on IR injury.
Yeah, well, I think this linebacking core is kind of you know what I'm saying? This linebacker. So and it's crazy because if you look at last year's linebacking room versus this year's linebacker room, I think last year's linebacker room had a little bit more promise than this year's linebacker room because at least last year's linebacker room you still had Micah Parsons out there, or at least pretending like he was going to be a linebacker, even though he didn't play much linebacker. So you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I think we would feel so much better about this linebacker room if Overshaw never got hurt,
facts.
because that boy had looked crazy
Facts.
coming out of there. So like the Overshaw injury, we would have had like a damn good linebacker core. Because even if I know people aren't high on Leighton Vander Esch, but a linebacking core of Leighton Vander Esch, DeMarvion Overshawn, and DeMarvin Clark would have been damn good when we did.
It would have been. Because Overshawn is all over the place. He plays like a dang safety, but he's big like a linebacker. He's the prototype of what Dan Quinn is looking for. Like he's the prototype.
Exactly.
So,
and really, when you bring him in, that's really the reason why you don't keep a Jabril Cox around, because he is who you thought Jabril Cox was, but Jabril Cox was out there perpetrating. Like this is the real deal. This is the real McCoy. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever got some funny money before? It looked good till you put it up.
Yep, just like all them people that had them 300s and thought they was Bentleys until what?
Boy,
Bentley pull up on your ass. Hey, if you got a 300 though, that's what's up though. I ain't knocking.
Yeah, we ain't knocking nothing, man. They still hard cars, man. You just them they used to put the Phantom kits on the Bentley, man.
Hey, I had an SA partner that had he had the double R grill on the goddamn Chevy Yukon.
He hard, dude.
Boy, that boy had beat. Oh, my boy had beat. My boy Pancho had beat. You hear Pancho down the street. For real, man. He says, why is it so close you can't zoom out? Because, man, that's how freaking that's how it works, man. I'm sorry. That's how we got to that's how Instagram will only let you show in long view like that. So if I do it like this, then Henny's all small. You know what I'm saying? Now you can see it in big view, and now you're seeing dead at me, but now Henny's all small. So when I talk, I guess I'll pull it back up or something. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's go ahead and do a first look, man. Let's go ahead and do a first look at this at this Cowboys versus Giants, man. Cowboys versus Giants. And we are gonna put the ghetto call line up. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to call in at some point, don't trip. I got you. The ghetto call in line will be coming up at some point, so we got you. And but hey, Cowboys versus Giants, man. My boy, my cousin, he already did the first Cowboys versus Giant first look. So shoot, I'm gonna go ahead and let him get a stab at it, man. What are your thoughts on Cowboys versus Giants? And more importantly, who are like the key losses and the key gains on this Giants team that they're gonna be fielding out here versus the Dallas Cowboys next Sunday, when we play them Sunday night?
Well, man, in my humble opinion, the New York Giants spent this offseason trying to improve themselves. They were a team that were very self-aware about where they were deficient at. So, last year the New York Giants did not have much of a passing attack, right? You look at their passing numbers; they were 26 in passing yards. They only threw for 3,157 yards, only accumulated
And
185
they gave that
passing
guy
yards a game.
$45 million a year.
Yeah, but a part of that is also like who was he throwing to? Can you name any of
Man, I
the
don't give a
Giants
damn
wide
about that,
receivers?
bro. $45 million a year, you need to be making it happen.
Hey, I'm just saying. Can you
They
listen?
didn't give him
They paid their
They didn't give him
quarterback.
Allen Hearns. Goddamn me, Demonte Thompson. Who,
No, man, don't bring
who else
don't
did
bring
we
that
have on
mess
that?
up.
I can't even name them dudes, bro. Cole Beasley was
Cole
the only
Beasley,
safe. He was
Cole
hard
was
though.
hard though. Yeah, so but yeah, so they decided to stick with the quarterback and they improved the players around him, right? So one thing that they did, the big chess move they did not actually add another wide receiver. They went out and got Darren Waller, right? So Darren Waller, tight end
Raiders.
from the Las Vegas Raiders, you know, big body, athletic tight end. He basically a big wide receiver. Say I don't really think he could block like that, but he's one of those athletic, throw the ball, mismatch tight ends that the game is trying to move to. Now, if he can stay healthy, then that's a win for them. But we got a
I
guy
was
named J.
listening.
Run Curse that's gonna shut down better tight ends though. So like in terms of matchups, they did acquire Darren Waller. And don't get me wrong, Darren Waller is a very good player when he's healthy. But we got a guy that done shut down George Kittle. We got a guy that done handle Rob Gronkowski. We got a guy that done handled what's the other boy named Kelsey. He held Kelsey down. Matter of fact, he got an interception off Patrick Mahomes when he was trying to throw to Kelsey. So Jay Curse, can lock down a Darren Waller. So I'm not too concerned about him. Other transactions they made, like I know one of y'all said Cole Beasley. They cut Cole and added
Today.
him back to the practice squad. So he may or may not, you know, he may or may not play against them. Right. I'm gonna sleep on a rookie wide receiver that has no route tree until he wakes me up, Terry. He said
Dude,
I'm gonna
I'm
sleep on
sleeping on
Jalen
him.
Hyatt. I
I'm
like
sleeping on
Jalen
him
Hyatt.
because my wide receiver coach went out there and watched him run routes and was not impressed. Was not impressed. And then guess what? The Giants all through camp was saying, guess what? They were not impressed. So I'm not about to. We can't be gassing folks up if they. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. We can't be gassing folks up if they ain't even gassing them up.
Nah, we'll listen. We'll line them up.
He
And
not better
listen,
than
when we
Diggs.
talk
He not
about
better than Gilmore. He
no,
not better than. He not better than
I ain't finna say
Bland.
that. Yeah, so when we talk about the wide receivers they got, we'll play better wide receiving cores. So I'm not saying that they're gonna not catch a single ball or anything like that, but like West Coast just mentioned, we got a very good cornerback room. Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, former defensive player of the year. DeRon Bland had 5 interceptions last year. So we got a big three at that cornerback spot to handle the wide receivers that they got, right? Another guy that they did add, it was guy. And listen, it was some slim pickings, out there this year at the wide receiver market. I was looking for our wide receiver two before we made a move for Brandon Cooks. I was actively looking at somebody that fit the Dallas Cowboys MO, right? Old or hurt, so they would be cheap, right? They like shopping at TJ Maxx, you know, doing all that bargain shopping. So I was looking at these, low price wide receivers. they picked one up. They picked up Paris Campbell. He's a 4-3 guy. Spent these last couple of years with the Indianapolis Colts. He has some upside, but he has never really been healthy. You know what I'm saying? So like he's one of the additions that they added in to help them try and improve from being the 26th ranked passing attack. So they did not add like a big name wide receiver. You know, they brought back Isaiah Hodgins, who played against us last year. They retained Sterling Shepard, you know, who was hurt last year. So, you know, they got some better wide receiving talent this year, but you know, I don't think it'll be enough to where we have to sweat it with our defensive
Yeah,
backs.
man. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think this offense doesn't change as much as what it's done over the years. And for the most part, the Dallas Cowboy defense has had their way with their like I think that this offense has gotten better to beat some teams, but this isn't an offense that's prepared to compete with the Dallas Cowboys defense. You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough weapons, but I will tell you this right now, man. The X factor is Saquon Barkley. I'm not even going to sit up here in front. Now, I think Saquon Barkley, as long as his agent isn't, you know, the guy that's training him, because I think his agent was probably one of the dumber guys in football. This guy was he literally negotiated a deal that got him $500,000 more. All that for 500K. I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you though, the maybe there really is. Maybe they really don't give a damn about the running backs no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe West Coast was right this whole time. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, man. Saquon Barkley can definitely be the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm interested in that's why I'm very interested in what happens with, you know, these linebacking core, man, because we're putting a lot of faith on Mozzie Smith, who, in my exclamation, what do you think? How do you think his camp was? I mean, his preseason was.
It wasn't bad. You know, he had one down showing the second game. He looked good game one and two and one
Okay.
and three.
Now my question is this: do you think we are better at stopping the run than we were last year? Okay.
Yes. Okay, cause we didn't most of the season we didn't have Hankins, Jonathan Hankins. We brought him back, so we should be better against the run out the gate. We brought Ed Amazi Smith. So if you play them boys in tandem, they definitely eat up more space. Um, and listen, we tried to get a linebacker that could shoot those gaps they were gonna create. He's gonna be back next year, but you gonna have to trust J. Run Curse and those other safeties that we play in the big nickel to handle the penetration. Because I think they'll have better lanes into the backfield this year around. I think that Hankins, him being here from day one is going to improve our overall run defense. You got to remember, we were almost a full yard better with Jonathan Hankins on the field than without him. It was like point 0.8 something, yards, right? So that's a big swing when you think about it. So let's say if a team was averaging, 4 yards a carry against the Dallas Cowboys, that shit dropped to 3 something. If a team was averaging 5 yards, that shit dropped down to the 4 something. So that's a big swing just having Jonathan Hankins on the field. So I think his addition, being able to pair him with Amazi Smith, then other guys being a little bit further along in their growth and progression, right? Because Osa is coming to his own this year 3. He already had the ability to get to the quarterback. Now in preseason, it looked like he's a little bit better in the run game. Same thing with Neville Gallimore. Because
Yeah, he
Neville
did.
balled during the preseason. I wanted to keep Big Bo Hannon over him because of his size. That boy like 340. But Neville Gallimore looked improved in preseason. So just going off of the people that we added, the people that we brought back, and the people we are expecting to improve in terms of their progression, I think we will be a better run
All right.
stopping
So
team.
yo, let's do an exercise. Let's do an exercise. All right, because
Okay.
let's look at this because it's gonna be Cowboys offense. Cowboys Giants offense versus well, actually, Giant. Let's just start off with let's just do offense to offense. All right. So we'll give them a up or we'll give them a down. Thumbs up. We'll say who you think have the better room, or we'll say who has the who. Then we'll look at see kind of go back and forth. Right. So quarterbacks rooms they have
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor. Dallas Cowboys have Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, Trey Lance. I think Cowboys obviously what Cowboy QB room. I think you can get a QB room to the Cowboys on that, right? Oh,
Oh,
Dak
Dak
Prescott. I
Prescott
say so.
alone.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be QB. Put slash. Dallas. All right, so I need so everybody put QB dash Dallas or QB dash Giants. Who do you think has the better quarterback room? QB dash Cowboys or QB dash Giants?
Well, the Giants did piss me off though. They did get one of the running backs I
All right,
wanted in the
we going to
draft.
them next. All right, so Christian says it's QB. Hey man, make sure y'all hit that Cash App too. Trey says it's a no-brainer, so I already know he going Cowboys. Chop Top is going Cowboys. Hey, me and Chop Top just agreed. Hold on.
Me and Chop Top just agreed on something.
Dun dun dun. Well, hey, where landlord with the drop at?
All right, but yeah, all right. Jason Jesus. Hey, there we go. Jesus. Find out Jesus and Satan will agree every now and then. Hey, Chop Top, you know I'm just playing with you. Nep, what's up? Nep got Cowboys. DC says I'm here, West Coast. He said Dallas. Wayne got Dallas. All right. Paul, what you say, Paul? What you got, man? Hey, Henny, let me know what your folks over there on Henny the Mo. What they talking about, man?
All right. Daniel said Cowboys. My boy Mr. Richburg says Cowboys. Paul said easy call for the Cowboys. Of course, Choctaw said Cowboys.
All right, so let's rock to the next one.
Gucci.
Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? All right, so you go ahead and do the quarterback.
I
you do
see
the running backs.
So they have Saquon Barkley, Matt Breida, Gary Brightwell, and Eric Gray. The Dallas Cowboys have Tony Pollard, Rico Dow, Deuce Vaughn.
This is a setup. Hey, hold on. Let me make your face real big first. Nah, it ain't gonna let me. So, Henny. Hey, Henny. Who you got, man? Who you got? Who you got, man? Cowboy.
I mean, listen, I can't give. Listen, I can't.
Come on.
Give y'all
who you got? Who you got? Who you? Hey, same. Who you got? Who you got, Henny?
Man, you listen.
Oh,
dog.
that's now. Let me cross my legs because I already know he about to try to get me. Hold on. Listen, dog. Come on, dog. Go ahead. Who you got, Henny?
Listen, I'm just saying that the New York.
All right, well, hold on. Before you elaborate, let's see what the chat say. All right, so we got Kendall says both. Chop Top says it's even. All right, so if it's even, then we got to break it down. We got to go player for player then, because we got Phoenix is saying star is saying running back. Okay, Henny, go give me your explanation.
Has Saquon? Hey, listen, is Saquon Barkley a better
running
back than Tony Pollard?
I don't know what y'all tripping. I say okay. Cowboys. This is why y'all begin. This is why we get in trouble on national media. Come on, man. Go ahead, Henny.
All right, so Saquon Barkley has been a better running back than
every year of his career.
Right. Okay, so has Rico Dow? How many carries has Rico Dow ever had in a season?
Less than 50.
I think like 7 career carries.
Damn, I was trying to give him some love. Rico Dow. I mean, of course, less than 50 because it's always been, absolutely.
As a matter of fact, let's see, Rico Dow. What's his career? His career looking.
You can't. Hey, listen to me. Saquon Barkley is not hurt right now, and Tony. You cannot use injury because Tony Pollard is coming off of a season-ending injury as well. So we just keeping it 100 right now. You know what I'm saying? We just keeping it 100. Yeah, damn, somebody put a long ass posting in over.
So he got a 7 career carries for 24 yards, averages 3.4 yards a carry. I know he looked good in the preseason, but come down. You know what I'm saying? At least Matt Breida been around the block. Matt Breida has started before. So, just based on experience alone, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them the edge on that. Right? Yeah, he said can't use injury. They both come off an injury. We're talking about right now, fully healthy. Saquon Barkley just rushed for more yards this season than Tony Pollard ever did. Tony Pollard had 1,300 yards running and receiving combined. Saquon Barkley had 1,300 yards on the ground alone. You know what I mean? So he had a better season.
This Matt Breida right here. I don't know why it's not letting me go back. Go ahead.
Okay, so who's the third? Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn, Eric Gray. Toss up. Rookie
for rookie.
Eric
Gray is nice.
I don't know.
He
Eric
played at
Gray hard.
Oklahoma.
I like the Eric
And
Gray.
think about this. Oh, we got to go see what they did because Oklahoma played Kansas State. They should have. Ain't they in the same conference? The conference that don't play no defense.
I don't keep up
Oh,
with
that
small
boy
school
Cat.
football, man. It's SEC.
Fight on, baby. Fight on. We ain't got them problems over here. Fight on. Fight on. Fight on. But Eric Gray, Eric, listen to me. As a Cowboy fan, I personally would give the running back room to the Giants. Saquon Barkley is a better running back. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're gonna judge them both off injury, you gotta cancel them both out. And if you're gonna say they're 100% healthy, we all know that Saquon Barkley is a better running back than Tony Pollard. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask y'all let me ask you a question, Trey. The truth of the matter is Tony Pollard's best season is not as good as Saquon Barkley's best season. Tony Pollard last season, 1,007 yards, 1,300 yards total, was not as good as Saquon Barkley's 1,700 yards, right? 1,700 yards total. So, I'm the number guy. When he puts up better numbers, then I'll say he's better. Until then, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, man, and that's just what it is. Like, let's just be real, man. If we was all sitting up here and we was thinking like, hey, if we had to choose between Saquon Barkley or Tony Pollard, I think everybody on here would pick Saquon Barkley, and that's okay. And think about this: Tony Pollard, and like I just got sold on the fact of Tony Pollard even being a running back. Saquon Barkley's always been a running back. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at these. Let's just look at this rushing. Let's look at this, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's 261 carries, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, 78 yard longest rush. I mean, we ain't got to explain what it is. Like, Cowboys is, and listen, this is what allows you to know that you know football when you're able to concede some things. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool.
Hey, Choctaw said he'll take Saquon over Pollard, so that's 2 for 2. Like y'all, like, hey, something horrible in the atmosphere right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking Saquon Barkley. And I think every fan would do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it's
listen, y'all talk about that Tony Pollard got to split carries with Zeke. He got to split carries this year. They still talk about doing running back by committee. So he's never gonna be a 200-something carry running back. And they're not talking about using him like that.
My boy Kerry Hampton says this. Hey, yo guys, real quick, man. I'm gonna put it up real quick. Let me put this up. Hey, West Coast 1482 Cash App and Henny the More Cash App, man. We up here cooking, man. We locked in. We got 144 people on here. We got like 26 people watching on Instagram, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. If you hit the Cash App, let me check real quick. Shout out to my boy Matthew. Appreciate you more, Matthew. For the Cash App. Appreciate you, my boy. And then also shout out to everybody that's hitting the star button. Shout out to everybody that's hitting that Cash App button. Remember, that super chat button. Remember, if you want to support the show today, hit that Cash App that's right there, West Coast 1482. Put it in the comment box, and then also put that Henny the More in the comment box right now. Somebody put it in there so we can get it popping, and let's get back to what we was doing.
All right, so let's continue on. I'm giving them.
All right, so it's quarterbacks, Cowboys. Who's going to be the official scorekeeper for this? Because there's 11 positions on the team, right? There's 11. We ain't gonna do each in the offensive line, but you know what I'm saying? Who gonna keep count? Somebody keep count. So we got the quarterback room. They got the running back room. We can all agree, right?
I mean, no, they still not agreeing, but we feel that's the truth. So we're gonna keep.
That's the truth. Yeah, that's. Let me see if I can get back to this roster. All right, boom. All right, bam. So that's the running back room. All right, wide receiver room. Paris Campbell.
Cowboys.
Nice. Huh?
Cowboys. We ain't gotta go through it.
I know. Paris Campbell. Bryce Ford Wheatonton. Isaiah Hoggins. Jalen Hyatt. Wandale Robinson. Sterling Shepard. Darius Slayton. I'll say CeeDee Lamb. Yep. CeeDee Lamb is better than all their top 3 wide receivers.
Easily. Trey said it's a tie. He says 201. All right, that's fine. If you want to say it's a tie, but we just can't flat out say that the Dallas Cowboys running back room is flat out better. But if you want to concede a tie, that's fine.
A tie on what?
He said a tie on the running back room.
There is no tie, bro. There's absolutely no tie. Saquon Barkley is clearly better than every running back on our team right now. Like if Saquon Barkley got put on our team right now, Tony Pollard is running back number 2. Am I not lying? Yes or no?
That's true.
If Saquon Barkley is on this team right now, Tony Pollard is running back number 2. So stop, man. It's all good. Because guess what? He got to run against the Cowboys defense. He ain't even going to run against Tony Pollard. We just having a game. You know what I'm saying? All right, so back to what we was talking about. So, wide receiver room. It is very obvious. Cowboys got that on lock. Like Jalen Tolbert, if Jalen Tolbert's on this wide receiver room, Jalen Tolbert is probably their number 3 and fighting for number 2. Because their number 2 is a rookie. They got 2 rookie wide receivers on their offense right now. Jalen Hyler, he gonna be playing, but he's more of a speedster, as they say. Cowboys actually looked at him, didn't really. There's a famous clip of our. That's actually the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver coach that's questioning him on his route running, and he's like, "Yeah, I know exactly." He told him, he's like, "I know exactly what you are," and he's like, "What?" He's like, "Your speed," and he's like, "Yeah, but I can run routes." You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, because
he didn't think so.
We didn't think so, and then he's listed as a 1, 2, 3, damn near the 4th receiver on the team right now. So, we'll see about that. But Cowboys easily. I mean, in my opinion, the best wide receiver on their team is probably Sterling Shepard, and they got him all the way at the bottom. He's the one guy the one shifty. I've always liked Sterling Shepard since he was in college, though.
Yeah, Sterling Shepard ain't shit.
I mean,
he out, so I ain't ever say nothing nice about him. He probably is a good player and a good person, but
All right, so he ain't been the same since that boat trip, though.
Ain't nothing no more been the same since that boat trip.
And big old Timberlands on. Ridiculous. All right, let's look at this tight end room, right? You got Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Craig, Chris Martrick, Tommy Sweetley, and Darren Waller. Now they're starting tight end. Obviously going to be Darren Waller. I think it's going to be Darren Waller and Daniel Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Yeah, Bellinger started for them
last year. Yeah.
Last year.
So that's who's going to be their starting tight ends. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Y'all about to lie. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead.
Go ahead and say to somebody on our
Go ahead. I know. You know what? This is what I'm about to do. I might put the ghetto call-in line on this one, because if you say that the Cowboys got a better wide receiver, a better tight end room than the Giants, you gonna have to call in and explain that to me. You gonna have to explain that to me.
Jamian kept it real. Trey is dying on it. He is never gonna get his giant nut. He says
he said, my boy Paul said they may have us there.
Just my nigga right there. Don't you ever change,
for real, man. For real. He says they got the best. He said they got a better Logan. He said, F the Giants. I feel you. Trey. I feel you.
That's my dude right there, man.
I feel you. My dog, Trey.
Never change, Trey.
My boy Kirby said the Dallas Cowboys. I heard that, man. I heard that. All right, well, I'm going to tell y'all this right here, man. Darren Waller, if he's on the Dallas Cowboys right now, he is the starting tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If the Cowboys were to get Darren Waller, man, that would have been fire, bro. We would be looking at this offense totally different, bro. Especially the way the way Dak feeds the tight end, bro. You got to remember the tight end was damn near our second or third receiver over the last 3 years. And there was a time where your tight end actually almost had as many targets as Amari Cooper did in one season. You know what I'm saying? So Dak Prescott uses the tight end. That's why I was so stringent on the Dallas Cowboys just not bringing back Schultz and just kind of dipping and moving away from him. Why? Because I wanted those 73 first downs he gave us throughout the season. The only person who gave you more first downs than Dalton Schultz was Ezekiel Elliott, and he's no longer here either. You know what I'm saying? So, and minus the touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And your best player in the playoff was the tight end, was Dalton Schultz. I'm going to keep it real. But he's no longer here. You know what I'm saying? I digress. And I do believe Darren Waller is a better tight end than what the Cowboys have on our rosters right now. So I would personally give this one to the Giants, the tight end.
I'll give it to the Giants. I'll give it to the Giants. So what we at
3-2?
This sounds good to me. Better quarterback, better wide receivers. What else we say? Better.
They have better tight end and better running back.
We said quarterback, wide receiver, and what else for the Cowboys?
It should be 3-3. We have the better quarterback. Better quarterback.
Don't get old, y'all.
Better quarterback. They have the better running back. We have better wide receivers. They have the better tight ends. No, that's it.
All right, so
It's
it is
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, it's 2-2. Oh, the people in the people in the comments know how to count, Henny. All right, here go offensive line. Offensive lines. I don't know exactly who their starters are, but
I got
go
you.
ahead. Go
Don't
ahead.
trip. Let me go find it, dog. Don't worry about it.
I know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the Cowboys have the better offensive line because they don't have anybody. They don't have any tackle that's on their team that's worthy of a Tyron Smith. They don't have a right guard at anywhere quality of Zach Martin. They don't have a left guard anywhere at the quality of Tyler Smith. They may have us at center because I feel like our center is okay. I think he gets protected because he's surrounded by really good guard play, and you don't really get a lot of blitz. Like when people say, "Oh, the center didn't give up a lot of blitzes," I'm like, "Well, duh, defensive tackles don't get a lot of sacks." So that it kind of makes sense. Most centers don't give up sacks because the pressure comes on the ends. They're paying defensive ends $25-30 million. They're not paying defensive tackles not known. If your name is not Aaron Donald, if your name is not Aaron Donald, you're not a defensive tackle making $20 million. Because most defensive tackles don't even get sacks. So I hate when they use that. Oh, your center gave up 0 sacks. I'm like, duh, no center gives up sacks.
All right, so
Unless the quarterback's dumb.
all right, so Andrew Neal, their left tackle, made his first All-Pro selection last year.
Jesus, that hurt my argument.
Second
That
team,
hurt my argument.
second team All-Pro left tackle.
Oh, damn, that hurt my argument. He better than Tyron Smith
right.
then.
Right at this
At
moment,
this moment.
he not.
God damn you, Henny. God damn you.
I don't. Unless I wouldn't even say he's better because listen, Tyron Smith would have probably made an All-Pro team last
Facts.
year if he played enough. So I ain't gonna just sit there and throw it. I'm just saying that Andrew Thomas is good. I'm still gonna give the edge to Tyron Smith because fuck him. All right, Evan Neal.
If he cussing like that, I'm smoking. I don't give a damn. We turn. Let's get it.
Hey, I don't even know why you put it out.
Well, there we go. That's what you were saying, sir. Oh, we can smoke in here. Where the gas?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm a
Iceberg Sam said, "Stop."
We gonna keep Tyron, man. We gonna keep Tyron. Listen, Tyron Smith is gonna get an opportunity to be an All-Pro. I think, if I'm not mistaken, every year that Tyron Smith played at least 10 games, he made an All-Pro.
Damn,
team.
I forgot about Evan Neal.
Evan Neal this is his second year.
Have a better offensive line. No,
we got a better.
It's gonna. Line. You know where it comes down to the guard play.
We got Zach Martin, All-Pro, first team All-Pro, right? And listen, I know you said you don't like Tyler Biadasz nice. Like that, right? But you take a look at their center, John Michael Smith. With a name like John Michael Smith, he ain't shit.
He's
matter of fact, they got a rookie. He's a rookie. Their center is a
So
rookie.
so we got the center. We got the center.
Because JC Hosner, he's on IR, so he's not going to even be playing.
Danny says Tyron ain't been Tyron in 5 years. That's what Danny Savage said. You know Danny's a savage though, so you got to be careful with him.
Danny is a
savage. Tyron has been health-wise, yes. Listen to me. One thing I say about Tyron Smith and can't nobody really say is Tyron does not put out bad left tackle tape when he's healthy. If you can find it, give it to me. Okay, there's this one play that he was there was this one play on the screen where I didn't know what the hell Tyron Smith was doing. But other than that, if you can find Tyron Smith playing bad at left tackle, yeah, I'll buy that film off you. When he's healthy, nah. Offensive line.
Yeah, damn.
Which way I'm gonna let you. I'm going which direction you going to? Which direction we going?
Listen, Tyron Smith. Even if you, I'm not gonna give left tackle to them, but even if you did, left guard is still on us. Center is still on us. Right guard is still on us, and right tackle is still on us. So even if you wanted to say, well, Tyron Smith, no, I'm still taking Tyron. But you know, if I take Tyron Smith, it's a clean sweep across the board.
Mm. Okay.
Like I think we're going as a clean sweep across the board. I prefer our guys over theirs.
Okay. So then shoot. So then with that, then it sounds like we going with Cowboys have the better offensive line then.
Yeah,
I can dig it. Let's go. All right. So what is that? That's 3-2.
that's the 3-2 we've been talking about. All right, so let's put 3-2, and then hey Trey, I know you ain't gonna give him no love, so put your 302 in there, man.
Facts.
Cause Trey ain't giving them
Nothing.
shit. Trey ain't giving them country boys nothing.
Facts. So it has been solidified and it has been anointed. This is official degree. The Dallas Cowboys have the better offense than the New York Giants on paper. There you go. 3-2. I'll take it. All right.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's go. Hey, real quick. Before we go do defense, man, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do because we've been talking a whole bunch, and we boss hogging the airways tonight. I told y'all we hogging the airways tonight. 909-301-7804. Yes, I'm crazy enough to give y'all my real cell phone number, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Don't call me when we not live because it's not about trying to get on the goddamn show and talk about what we talking about. And then outside of these times, make sure you only call me when it's about business. You feel me? All right, so here go the phone number. Just dropped it in the comment box. Just put it on the air. I want you guys can call in. You got about 1 minute to fight your case for any one of these. If you think the Giants is better, if you think the Cowboys is better, I already know a bunch of y'all about to get on us about the offensive line, and some of y'all about to get on us about the tight end too. But if you want to talk to it on the Ghetto call in line, we got it up. It's gonna be up for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go on to the defense.
All right. Well, listen, I want you to talk to them boys for a second. I'm finna go get me some more
Go get
water.
you some water, my boy.
All right.
Hey, it's first come, first serve. I'm gonna tell you that right there. It's first come, first serve. Kirby Allen, if you got a point, call in. Tell a friend. Tell him you won't in. You feel me? Let me get this off the screen one time, unless I absolutely need it. Iced Oreo cookies. $1.29. Let's get it. What's up, Trey? Their tight ends are definitely better. Okay. What's up with the kicker? We didn't even do the kicker yet. Hey, Paul, call in, man. Oh, that's Rialto School District. Not my kids. That's the recording service. I thought somebody was calling me. They keep on calling me, telling me that I'm the only one. Y'all know about sneaking to listen to music, boy. What you do when your parents is preachers, man. What you know about that sneaking, boy? I was sneaking and listen to 112. Ricky Lee said, well, they're always hurt. Hey, man, the call-in line's going to be open for a little bit, and we're going to go on to this defense. But, hey, man, I mean, what are your kind of final thoughts on the Giants offense? I like how we did that, man, because you know what we did when we went through that? We talked about each player. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of dope, right?
I agree. And listen, nobody would sit here and say that Daniel Jones is a better quarterback
Hell
than Dak
no.
Prescott. Nobody would say that any wide receiver over there is better than CD Lamb. You know, nobody can say
Or Brandon
when
Cooks.
healthy that or Brandon Cooks. And then nobody can sit here and say, you know, that our offensive line as a whole, given that we got two future Hall of Famers and a Pro Bowler at center, you know, a young guy that just made the all rookie team, and then Terrence Steele, right, who was one of the highest graded run blocking right tackles. No, you can't say that them boys are better than us. So, you know, there are teams I will say flat out have a better offensive line, but it's not them.
And you know what? I ain't going to lie to you because I'm a fair dude. Daniel Jones earned that money, boy. I ain't know none of them do. He earned that money, man. I see why the Giants paid him.
It was worse last year, dog.
Like, I see why they paid that dude, man.
Man, he won a playoff game with that.
Like, that's crazy, man. All right, so we about to push on to this defense, man. If somebody do call in, we'll go ahead and take care of it. But if not, we about to rock on. Rock on.
All right. So we're better everywhere on defense.
Yeah,
All right. So I didn't want you to waste your
Well, let's
time.
start because this is how we get to know the players too, Henny. God darn it. We're learning. They're learning. They're learning.
All right. So
We're not
they got
learning. We're Trey Lancing.
because Trey Lance said learn, absorb, sponge. I'm just here to learn 50
Yeah.
times. Like they asked him a question about what his favorite food was. Y'all don't even know, man. I'm just here to learn.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
God,
my name is West Coast Cowboy from the Dallas Star, Trey Lance. I want to know, what are your thoughts on being in the Dallas area, man? What do you say? What do you say, Henny?
well, man, I'm not even sure where I'm at right now, but I just want to learn. I just want to be a sponge.
Okay, I understand. Hey, Trey Lance, I want to know right now, Tom, what do you think you can add to this Cowboy offense? Tell me right now.
Man, I just want to be here, dog. I just want to learn. I'm just trying to be a
Okay,
sponge. I'm just trying to
okay,
process.
I get it. Last one, man. You're in Fort Worth, man. You're down the street. You got to go to either Lisa's Fried Chicken or you're going to Cane's, man. Where are you going, man? Tell me.
I mean, I don't know just yet, but I gotta learn.
I just gotta learn how I can just fit in. like,
I gotta learn what I gotta learn the chicken spots
like,
too, dog.
okay. Last question, I promise. Last question to decide. Okay, last question to decide. Hey, Trey Lance, are you really here to play football or what's going on?
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm learning how to talk to the media from Dak Prescott. So I just got to learn. To keep my head down. And listen, he gave like the typical Dak Prescott speech because he ain't say shit worth anything. He already learned that. Dallas Cowboys media team is exceptional because they got media training when they talk to.
Facts, man. And I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. Like for real. The one thing I got from that conversation is this: that nobody should be coming here thinking that he is in a mindset of competing right now. He is in a mindset of you are Obi-Wan and I am Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad one because no, that's right. You know what I'm saying? And now we know that Luke gonna turn on at the end. It's gonna be weird, but y'all get the drift. I'm saying, like, he is in a mentor. He wants to be mentored. He wants to be coached. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this right here. While we on the subject, we only gonna talk about it for a couple seconds. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. That mindset is very short-lived. You know what I'm saying? Because learning is only for a season. Then you have to do what? You got to execute. Because guess what? Because if you learn all this stuff, it's like putting all this stuff in a basket. I mean, putting all these bullets. I don't want to use. That's a bad example. But Lord, I'm gonna use it. Putting all these bullets in you. Nah, I ain't gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? You're strapping up. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna have to let it go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is a learning environment. At some point, it's gonna turn into an execution environment where he goes and executes on those things that he's learned. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, right now, that's not even where his mind's at. And that's where he should be. He's a third string quarterback, bro. Like, what is we talking about right now? Slap thyself be true that the Cowboy Nation, do y'all really hate Dak that much? Goddamn.
I mean, they might, but they just excited, dog. They just.
Hey, breaking news: Henny the Moore has been signed as the Dallas Cowboys' fourth quarterback. I promise you, right now, you got two people in the media talking about, man. I think Henny might be.
Is Henny the Moore better than Dak Prescott? With no ACLs and no experience at the quarterback position, is he better?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Have you seen the way, man? They'll come up with it. I promise.
They'll figure it out. It's the glasses, dog. He's so intellectual.
And that's what we need at the quarterback position. And we need somebody who can think, man. All right, so let's go. Defensive end. They got Boogie, Basom, and Leonard Williams. Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons. Hell, you mean?
I'll actually go to say, they got a pass rusher that Thibodeau boy.
Is he healthy?
He's healthy. He played last year. He's fine, but he's still not better than Micah Parsons.
Why did they ain't got him on here then?
He listed as a linebacker because they run a 3-4.
Let me see.
He like the Von Miller nigga. He gonna be listed as a linebacker, but he all he does is rush the passer.
They got Jihadi Ward over there. I liked him. He was a Cowboy.
I remember Jihad Ward. They got a good defense.
Oh, we got to do this. No, because let's go. So defensive end, Micah Parsons, right? Cowboys, Micah Parsons. We get that right. Defensive end, we have Michael Parsons,
Yeah, Michael
Demarcus
Parsons
Lawrence, Sam
was
Williams.
voted as a top
Like,
defense.
we just released Isaiah Land. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they got a good defensive line. Are we doing defensive line or are we doing
Defensive ends only.
Just defensive ends only? That I would give a slight edge. They deep. Thibodeau's good. Leonard Williams is very good. You know, like you said, Boogie Basham, he ain't all that, but he all right.
Bruh. Did you just say slight? How many sacks they get last year?
Who?
Giants.
The Giants, they got both their sacks with Dexter
I
Lawrence.
know.
You
talking about? You talking about it's a tie between? I'm talking, bruh.
I didn't say it was a tie. Don't put the words in my mouth.
Okay, what you say then? You got to be specifically clear because, bro, I'm thinking about Micah Parsons. I'm talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm thinking about Dorrance Armstrong. I was trying to trade his ass, and he had 8 sacks. What is you talking about? And you got Sam Big Slam Williams. Oh hell, you mean what? That's 4 right there.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Why you talking about like a mug right now? He in the back of the office. He in the back of the office sipping right now.
Nah, I ain't sipping. I gave it to Cowboy. What more you want me to do?
You gave it to us. I ain't like how you gave it to us, goddamn
it. That's too damn bad.
I ain't like how you gave it to me.
All right, now the defensive tackle is going to be an entirely different story.
All right, so what y'all think? Cowboys got the edge in the DNs?
In the end, we'll definitely give it to the Cowboys. Well, we should just say edge. In terms of edge, we'll give it to the Cowboys.
All right, let's do D tackles.
They blow us out the water.
Yeah, they have more D tackles too, because obviously we want a different defense. So I mean, they have freaking 5 D tackles.
Boy, Ashawn Robinson was somebody I was begging us to go get.
Man, he was in the freaking he got drafted by Washington, right?
I don't remember. I know he won a Super Bowl with the Rams. Right. Then Dexter Lawrence was a second team All-Pro just last year. Right. So Dexter Lawrence hard.
Dexter Lawrence is hard.
Ashawn Robinson is pretty decent. Right. Yeah, so I'll give the DTs to them. Listen, y'all can say what y'all going to do. Y'all can say what y'all want. We ain't got not nan All-Pro at defensive tackle.
No, we have Mozzie Smith.
We got a rookie, an old guy that used to play for the Giants. Right? We got a rookie, an old guy that used to play for the Giants. Osa and Neville Gallimore, who half y'all wanted to put out the pasture.
Yeah, they got.
I know. All they do is blitz. That's why Dak Prescott tear their ass up. He's one of the best quarterbacks. The only quarterback that has as many passing touchdowns against the blitz as Dak Prescott is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So you don't blitz Dak Prescott.
Yeah, we're gonna give that to the Giants. So it's 1-1. Overall score right now is will be 4-3.
4-3 easily. 4-3 like the defense we run.
All right, man. Linebacker.
They said I went full Henny. God dog.
Linebacker room. I'm gonna tell y'all, we're gonna just judge their top 3 because we only have 3 linebackers.
Nah, it don't even work like that.
All right, go ahead. What you thinking, man? Who's their best linebacker?
I mean, I didn't include Kayvon Thibodeau.
He's more of an edge rusher.
He's an edge rusher. Same thing with Jahar Ward.
Bobby Okachu's nice though.
He's nice.
I
would say we probably got. I would say we probably got the better linebacking room. But you got to remember Damone Clark. Like he was a very good prospect that we brought in. Devin Harper's pretty good. LVE, I know it was 100 years ago, but he was a former All-Pro. So I'll give us a very minute edge over the. Nah, I ain't gonna say minute because I think outside of Curry or how you say the boy name is, the Giants linebackers are trash. Yeah, the Giants linebackers are trash. Outside of that one dude.
Okay, so you gonna give it to the Cowboys?
Cowboys. So let's put it 5-3.
5-3. Let's go. All right, cornerbacks.
Come on, dog.
I mean, their best cornerback right now is probably. I got Bishop in the house. What up with you, Bishop?
Adoree Jackson.
Yes, sir.
What's up with you, Bishop?
Hey, y'all
What's up,
live?
man?
Oh, heck yeah, we
Yeah.
live.
Man, I'm so sorry. Man,
No,
what's
you
going
good.
on?
You good. We finishing up talking about this. We just talking about this. We basically doing who's best team for team, you know what I'm saying? I mean, room for room. We did the whole offense already. And we're just keeping score. So right now the score is 5-3 for the Cowboys. We agreed that the Cowboys had the better
Quarterback
quarterback room, wide receiver room, and
Mhm.
offensive line.
Offensive line,
We
and
all
then
agree. Go ahead.
we agreed that we had the better
What but
edge players,
mhm.
and we also said the better linebackers.
But we also conceded that the Giants have better running back room, and
Mhm.
your channels are paired.
Oh,
We also conceded that the Giants have better tight end, better running back, and it was one more,
Defensive tackles.
and better defensive tackle. So right now on paper it is 5-3 Cowboys, and we are on to the cornerbacks.
Blowout by the Dallas
we
Cowboys.
don't do we don't have to do nothing about secondary. Good Lord. I mean, that's over.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have
It's a
Dante.
clean sweep.
It's definitely a clean sweep. Like I mean, Adoree Jackson is their best corner. Um, I'm a USC fan, and I'm just surprised that he is. He's a smaller guy, but he's made his way in the NFL for sure. He's made it further than I thought he was going to make it in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even hating on him, but I just always thought they would transfer. He would end up being like this specialty player because he's ridiculous with the ball in his hand. But he stuck the corner thing out, and he's made a good career of it. But at the end of the day, man, Cowboys like between Diggs, Gilmore, Bland, Cowboys clearly have the better.
Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis. We have one of the best cornerback rooms in football.
Doc, safeties and combined. Safeties and corners combined, I'm sorry. There is no team in the NFL better than the Dallas Cowboys. No team. Safeties and corners combined. There is you have to tell me
Hold
who.
on. I forgot they had Isaiah Simmons.
They just traded for him.
They
So
just traded for him.
so is he gonna play safety for them, or is he
They
gonna
got him
play
listed as a
linebacker?
safety.
They got him listed
I
as a
mean,
safety, but
they got Thibodeau listed as a linebacker, and we know that's not the
yeah,
case.
but Isaiah, the game that he played, he was the few plays that he played, we really just can't bank on that. But he was playing on defensive line. They really want him. They asked him, and I watched their press conference, and they asked him, "What does he do rest?" He said, "Rush the quarterback."
That's what he wants to do.
And sure enough, that's what he was doing. And for every play that he was playing in this last giant jet game. So you ain't showing your hand. You're not gonna put all that there. But I'm quite sure he's a weapon, man. He can line up on all levels of the defense. So I know they're just not gonna regulate him just to being on the defensive line. He's a player now, no question about that.
I mean, even with him, I would still give the edge to the safety room if we
Why did
Cowboys
Arizona
fans.
let him go though? Like, is Arizona just
The
goddamn?
rebuild. No, they traded away everybody. They traded
Yeah.
away a starting offensive lineman. They traded away Isaiah Simmons.
And the rumor
They
is they about to let go of James Conner too. So
did. Matter of fact, there was a rumor we were going to trade for James Conner.
yeah, and they're thinking that Murray is not going to even play this season.
So they could take in peace.
Exactly. So
Wow. We
this
play
really is
Arizona and we play Arizona this year, so that should be a
It's
good.
easy dub because dog, they the quarterback they're gonna play is either gonna be Joshua Dobbs or that Clayton boy from Houston, who's
I
a
think it's
rookie.
going to be Dobbs.
I think it's gonna
Probably
be
be
Dobbs.
Dobbs.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Dobbs though. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
Dobbs.
lie. I like
Like,
Dobbs. I mean, I liked him since we
I
played him.
like playing against Dobbs.
I like when that preseason game we played him in that preseason game. It
We
was
played him
hot as
last year.
hell, man. Oh yeah, we did play him last year. I was thinking about the preseason game. We was the Steelers. That's what I'm just saying when I first started liking him.
Oh no, I remember the boy in Tennessee. He was sorry then too.
So there wasn't nothing negative about Isaiah Simmons on why he got traded. It was just the fact that the Arizona's just trying to rebuild. They just trying to.
Yeah, Arizona looked like they finna tank.
yeah, I think that the idea of the kid from USC, the quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, is
I
right
was just
there.
about to ask. I was just about to ask you who would be there because when you're tanking like this, there
Caleb
has to be
Williams.
there has to be a specific. But my question is this: What are you gonna do with freaking Eric, the little guy's freaking contract? Nobody's trading for him.
Nobody's
Figure
gonna
it out.
trade for him, but
You gonna eat. You gonna eat what you gotta eat.
you gonna eat it. You gonna eat it.
I mean, listen, and listen. I know we were filled to the brim as safeties, but they gave that boy for a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons, former 1st round pick, 8th picked overall. End up going for a 7th. You don't think that Dan Quinn could have converted him into
No.
one of his into
Where
one of his
the
hybrids?
truth of the matter is, Isaiah Simmons has not matched the expectation level when he came out of Clemson.
He
He
hasn't.
just he hadn't reached that. He just didn't match it. They,
Yeah, but listen, I don't think I'm saying if anybody can fix him, it's Dan Quinn. Cause what is his
All right,
specialty?
so real
Hybrid
quick,
players.
let me tell you one thing about Isaiah Simmons that I do like about the kid is he didn't play in every game, and he didn't play in 50 eligible games. He didn't play in 50. He got 258 tackles, 181 solo. His best season was 70 tackles. I mean, he ain't really. I'm gonna tell you this right here. When you pick a guy 8th overall, you want them sacks, man. He got 7.5 career sacks.
Yeah,
And,
that's what I was
and
saying.
listen, but this is the thing. They
In
haven't
17 games. Oh my God.
But this is what I'm saying. They haven't really played him to his strengths. It's the same
haven't.
thing. It's the same thing with the boy that went to the
What
Eagles.
are they doing with him then?
I mean, it's the same thing with the boy.
They
What's the guy?
moved them
Reddick.
all. They moved them all around, and then
Bro, Dorrance Armstrong had more. Dorrance Armstrong had more sacks this year than Isaiah Simmons has in his career. And Dorrance is a 4th round pick, and Isaiah was the 8th overall pick in the draft. That's crazy.
They kind of tried to use him like he played at Clemson. They tried to kind of play him kind of like a chess piece
everywhere.
And just move him around.
They put him in the wrong place every place.
Exactly.
But hey, I was gonna say this. Like Reddick never had double-digit sacks when he was with the Cardinals, and he had like 17 or 18. He had double-digit sacks as he left. So maybe it's them. Maybe they're the cancer for the defensive players. Because Reddick left, and he's been great.
Hey, that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? The defensive coordinator don't know what he's doing over there.
Yeah. And this is Gannon that just got there. So he hasn't even had time to even do anything with Isaiah Land. They just got him out the building.
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons.
Simmons. No.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I know I got you. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, for a 7th round pick though, Cowboys should have been interested in this, man.
They should have. The boy's 6'4".
He can play, man.
And Cowboys should have been interested. Maybe they didn't even know. I don't know, but a 7th round pick, Cowboys would have gave him a 6 for that, man. That's worth an 8th. That Cowboys are always big. This is better value than a Trey Lance.
Yeah, he can play.
Way better value than Trey Lance.
He can play, man.
He can actually play for you.
Yeah. Now.
At this moment.
Yeah.
Now
put it this way. While we are questioning who our 3rd linebacker is, there he is right there. He could have been.
Should have been.
He would have played outside. He's big enough, thick enough, fast enough. He would have done it. No question about that.
All right, so what was we on? We did. So we could basically safety plays. We already know safeties is win too.
Corner and safety to win.
So then that means what is that? Cowboys. What is that?
7-3.
7-3. So we'll concede 7. So 7-3. So Cowboys are the better.
And I refuse to do the kicker. I refuse to do kicker and special teams. So we're gonna end it right there.
Facts. Yeah. So on paper, Cowboys do have the better, are the flat out the better team. Now, I think this, the crazy thing about this game is, Cowboys. I want to just talk about how the Cowboys have started out because, over these couple years, man, outside of that Tampa Bay game, no matter who we play. No, I will say this though. Now I'm gonna just keep it real. We ain't really played. We always kind of start slow. You know what I'm saying? And
we ain't played the Giants.
For a minute we was playing the Giants damn near every year.
We won those games, but we ain't won.
Yes, but I get it. But they were also at home games and they were close games too. You know what I'm saying? Like every one of them games, the Giants was in them games. So that's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is we're going to beat the Giants. Unless Dak Prescott get abducted before he walks into AT&T Stadium, we're going to win this game.
Well, on my show that I just got off of, there were a lot of people saying the exact same thing, and I kind of wanted that based off what I saw the last 2 years against Tampa, that we got off to these incredibly slow starts, and we need to start off fast. Last year, I think we had our first 2 drives, if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I remember, I think 3 straight 3 and outs. I thought that was about
We
right.
moved the ball to midfield our first thing. Then
Go
remember,
ahead.
we moved the ball to midfield our first drive, and they remember that when the goofy play came from Kellen Moore to
With
set us
Kellen
back.
Moore, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
we didn't have a 3 and out. We were moving the ball, then we lost all momentum after that. But
I
you're
knew
right.
you were gonna have me right here now on
Hey,
that.
I got you, Kim Folk.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you the walking almanac. No doubt about that for Cowboy football. Yeah.
Hey, I catch
Ladies
him
and
slipping.
gentlemen,
Hey, I catch him slipping every now and then. And then listen to me.
no.
He gonna get mad when I catch him slipping. Nope. Isaiah Lance. Got you. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him.
Man, this man is a walking almanac, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
when he
Ain't
messed
that
up, I
shit
got
ain't no
his ass.
joke.
I got him, Bishop. Don't trip. I
You
got him.
checked him. You
Yeah, I
checked him.
got him. When he messed up, I got him.
Hey, he caught me slipping.
Yeah, I got him.
But everybody was kind of wondering from my folks. They were saying like, you just hope we don't get off to a slow start, and they were blaming. A lot of people were saying, well, Mahomes played and Rodgers played one series, and everybody played, but our starters, period, did not play at all, man. And so from the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line, nobody has played this whole preseason. And I realize who they playing in practice, but them bullets ain't as 100% live like it's gonna be then. So I get it, but what you're hoping for is that we get in a pretty good rhythm early and get into the zone real quick. That's the only thing that I'm saying. So that is a question mark though.
Well, I will say this.
Go ahead.
Aaron, this was Aaron Rodgers' first time playing in the preseason in 5 years. It didn't stop him going to NFC Championship games or.
But they started slow though. They did start slow though.
When?
Bro, they started slow last year.
Last year, all right, maybe did they win the first game or not? They won their first game.
I don't know. I know they ended up 9-7, 9-8, and couldn't beat the Detroit Lions to get in the playoffs.
Because they sorry.
I believe that. But listen to me.
You actually they started slow. They didn't start slow. They came out the gate and won their first game.
But listen to me. Well, not to cut you off, but the Cowboys. This is the something that us as fans, and it's okay to say this. Like, it's okay to say the truth, fellas. And the truth is, yes, our offense has never played together before. That's okay. Now that we've said that, and you've got it out your voice, you got it out your chest, now we can actually talk about it. You know what I'm saying, and be okay, because that is a true fact. The Dallas Cowboys starting offense has never been on an NFL field together playing in a live game. So when we play the Giants, that is going to be the first time that they fielded the team together.
Live bullets of the year.
And so that is, and to be honest with you, like, as a content creator, I would say, and even as a content creator, forget that. As a footballologist, because that's definitely what I believe I am at this point in my life, that is not that is not something that's conducive to a team starting fast. I'm sorry. That just, like, teams that start fast. That's why I'm so against teams like freaking taking the last week off. Like, when they have no games, I'm so against that. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be hitting on all cylinders going into it. You know what I'm saying? Or else, guess what happens? You really do use week 1. People said this funny story. Oh, week 2 for starting offenses, week 1 through 2 is their preseason. I'm like, bruh, we can't use that as no preseason. We play a divisional rival. If listen to me, Cowboy Nation, and I know it's the Giants. I get it. But I'm that uncle that's going to always keep it real. And it's my big homie, right? I'm just saying, these divisional games they count as 2. There are some games that are more important, and division games count as 2. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: the Giants, I'm not giving them any credit as far as thinking the Cowboys they can beat the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm just saying like this: I do wish that my offense, especially my offensive line, could have played at least sometime. Like, at least sometime together in the preseason. Neither here or there now, but it didn't happen. But that is definitely a true fact that you said, Bishop.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and
It-
go ahead,
I
Bishop.
mean, well, it's just that it does make a difference when everybody is getting their first hit of the year and the first real, here come Thibodeau on Tyron Smith. I know he's seen Michael Parsons, but
Every day.
and Michael Parsons is annihilating them. So I mean, Thibodeau is there, but I ain't saying Tyron can't get it done. I'm just saying these will be the first live bullets together 1,000%, full speed. And it might take a couple series to get together, but I'm saying I don't even want that to happen. I want annihilation from the beginning, man. That's
Hey,
what I'm looking for.
and just to kind of piggy off your point, Henny, you said this was the first time that Aaron Rodgers played in preseason in 5 years, right? Well,
Yeah.
guess what? This is also the first time in 5 years he's in a brand new offense. So it really, to him, it made sense for him to play in the preseason. Because why? Because I ain't never if I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna tell you this: the way I was preaching the Cowboys to do the preseason is the exact same way the New York Jets did. They played him in the final game versus the number fives. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Like imagine if Dak would have played versus the Raiders. Dak would have probably in a half of in one quarter, he would have probably threw 15 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He would threw 15 touchdowns. Walked off the field, y'all have been like, oh yeah, Dak is ready. You know what I'm saying? He ready. That's that momentum, man. That's Uncle Mo. You get to live in that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And listen, I know everybody's afraid of injuries, but I mean, there's definitely ways you can guard against that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Henny.
Then just I'm not concerned at all. Like this
Me neither.
farthest thing from my thought, because same token, like we started slow last year, but did we start slow last year because we didn't play in the preseason, or because Noah Brown and Dennis Houston were your starting wide receivers?
Shoot, it's because my
'Cause,
quarterback got hurt. Ooh. I mean, well, that got hurt later on.
yeah, or because you pick it back, he didn't play. He didn't play a lot of football the year prior because he couldn't because he couldn't. So he was rehabbing from a broken ankle. Came out there, threw for 300 yards. Over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns when he had the weapons. Right. So I feel the slow start was more because even in 2020 we didn't really start slow. We had our issues, but it wasn't a blowout against the Rams. So I've seen him without playing in the preseason because Mike McCarthy has not played him in the preseason. This happened
We
3
couldn't score
times.
20. That Rams game was horrible, bro. I think we lost 24-17. We
Some
could
shit
not
like that.
score, bro. Hey, shout out to whoever's watching me on Twitch. You the real MVP.
Somebody watching you on Twitch, boy.
Yes, bro. Somebody's watching me on
Your
Twitch.
channel.
Yes, bro. Hey, look at God.
God is good
Yeah.
all the time. But yeah, man.
Long as the defense starts fast, that's what all I want. Long as the defense starts fast, we'll be good. If the defense they're not gonna be slow. They're gonna be ready to go. I already know that. As long as they start fast, we good. I can wait on the offense.
I mean, and that's based. And to keep it real, if you go look at the first games, the defense has come to play
Yeah, no
every
question.
game, bro.
Tampa, the last automatic. They ready to go.
Like they've come to play. You know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons was just going dumb in that first both games versus Tampa Bay week 1. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
let me ask you a question. Who
shoot,
the hell is Wellington Prevalent?
I don't know. Hopefully a real ass Cowboy fan.
He a defensive tackle that we signed. Y'all know
Oh,
anything about him?
when we just signed right now?
We signed to the practice
Where you
squad.
come from?
The Bucks. He's a former Buccaneer. Let me Google this dude.
I think Will Greer just got signed to the Bengals.
He got
That was
signed
yesterday.
earlier today.
Was that yesterday or this morning?
This morning.
This morning, yeah.
Wellington.
We knew that though, but Will already knew that. I mean, for those that wanted him to come back, I mean, he wasn't coming back to Dallas regardless because he has no chance. They already committed to, in a sense, to Trey Lance. So that's 3 quarterback positions already gone. I mean, you don't want to come back to be on the practice squad for the next 3-4 years. No.
Hey, we just got you on the show right now, man. Give us your thoughts on Trey Lance coming to Dallas. What's your thoughts on it?
I think everybody focused on the wrong quarterback as for now. I think we really need to just concentrate on Cooper Rush. That's the spot that he has that ain't too far fetched. He can get there. You know, I don't think he'll get there this year, but I'm not saying he can't. I mean, like week 10 or 12, I
I'll be
mean,
right back.
will we really be surprised if he's the number 2 quarterback? Everybody talking about Dak. I think as far as Dak goes, you know, I think that we just need to pay attention on when, you know, all this talk about extending Dak this season. Uh, well, if he gets extended this season, then my thoughts don't mean nothing because I'll be saying like, okay, but if Dak plays this season and does not get extended after all this talk about him really getting extended, then we got to ask why. And I think that his contract, Trey Lance contract, the way that it's structured comes into play in the thought process. That's what I'm thinking. But as far as this year goes, Cooper Rush job might be in trouble before it's all said and done. That's just me thinking that way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Trey Lance technically has 2 years in the option, right? So
Mhm,
the option is worth $20+ million.
mhm.
So for the Cowboys to think that the Cowboys would pick up his option and have Dak Prescott on this roster at the same time is
No,
ridiculous.
no,
That's
no.
ridiculous. But at the
Exactly.
same time, it is hard for anybody to make me believe that the Dallas Cowboys traded a 4th-round pick and not gonna play this dude this year. I just don't
Yeah.
see he's gonna play this year. In what facet of what he's gonna play, I think I've always said that I think they're gonna use him the exact same way they planned on using Dak Prescott his rookie year before Tony Romo got hurt. And that was as a second option running the ball at the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? Using his athleticism, you know what I'm saying, in and
Mhm.
around the goal line. So I mean, that's
Exactly.
why when fans are saying they're gonna give him a whole year to be to study, like, bruh, I mean, the Cowboys are only responsible for like $920,000 of the contract this year, but at the same time, you don't have the draft pick, and we know how the Cowboys love draft picks. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
draft picks for players that we want to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I came in at the right time. So let me ask you a question. On game day, who do you deactivate to have him activated as a player? If you
Tyler
don't,
Lumpke.
Tyler Lumpke.
Yep.
All right, well that's fine then. You already have somebody in mind, so that's fine. So you trust a guy that completed only 48%
I'm
of his
not you
passes.
listen. It
He
all
gonna listen. Hold on, because listen, if you have him run the ball every damn time he comes into the game, that shit is not going to work.
And
Even
listen to me,
even
I'm
for
not
the
asking him to him. I'm not asking him to run the damn ball every time. And you got to think about this. All
you
I
don't
need, I
trust him.
don't even
Okay.
all I need is the threat of him being able to do it. Like a lot of times, you just need the threat of him being able to do it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be using him in key situations. Key situations.
Yeah.
That means reds. Like I'm not asking him to run the ball 40 yards. I'm asking him to in around the red zone so he give me a whole better look. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. And bring it that. And guess what? There's sometimes we're gonna already be obvious on defense. I mean on offense because we don't have a 3-down running back. So
Trust
like
me. Go
by
ahead.
week five, everybody's gonna know when Tony Pollard comes in the game, they're probably gonna do this. When Tyler Lumpke and when Hunter Lumpke come in the game, they're probably gonna do this. When such and such comes in the game, they're probably gonna do this. The only way that you cannot be predictable is if you have players who can do everything while they're on the field. But I mean, all that switching out, like, my question is, do you honestly think the Cowboys gonna have 4 running backs active?
No.
No.
You have
I
one.
believe that
I
Trey
don't know.
Lance is going to be active. And I believe, obviously, that they will have package plays for him starting right now.
Facts.
I would not be surprised. I'm
Or you
serious,
don't trade for him.
I'm serious. I wouldn't be
It's
surprised
still
if
stupid. I don't care. They do it. It's
What do you
stupid.
mean it's stupid?
I'm
Stupid as
saying
fuck. Listen to
Hey,
me.
what?
I am no, listen to me.
That boy uncut in the
Listen to
mug.
me.
Sorry about that, yo.
I am not taking the ball out of my quarterback's hand for a damn guy who couldn't beat out Sam Darnold and
Yes,
completed
but
48%.
I'm talking
you would.
No, no,
he
hell,
no, because that's not
y'all
correct.
hold
Though.
up,
He did.
y'all hold up,
Go ahead.
y'all
I'm
hold
still my
up.
mind, but when I get back, when I get the mic back, I got some power for
Hey,
your head. Watch.
listen to me. Y'all named all these packages like they used to do with Drew Brees and them. That effed up their offense too. Y'all remember all the highlight. Y'all remember the highlight. Y'all remember this dude fumbling the ball, messing up drives, none of that shit. I'm not taking the hand out of my quarterback, especially in the damn red zone. Like regardless of what y'all think, I would trust Dak Prescott to make a decision with the ball in the red zone over Trey Lance.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this now. Whoever's on here can laugh all you want. I can care less, but I'm gonna tell you this, Henry. I can see week 1 or week 2, Trey Lance at the 3-yard line with Deuce Vaughn standing beside him. And trust me, defensive coordinators will be more scared of Trey Lance and Deuce Vaughn than Dak Prescott and Deuce
Facts.
All
Vaughn.
right.
I'm telling you, man. I'm
And
serious.
and I got to say something real quick.
He got on down.
And he gonna come back.
I'm just saying in the red zone,
Yeah,
running three.
he watching his grandkids. So he gonna be back in.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here. When people say that he couldn't beat out Sam Darnold, that's not necessarily true. There was no reason for him to beat out Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold had no trade value. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they made Sam Darnold the number 2 quarterback is because Trey Lance was the one with the trade value. You know what I'm saying? So they were protecting Trey Lance. That's what they were doing. They were protecting him. They didn't want him. They didn't want him to get hurt before they can get the trade value. Hold on real quick. So that was a business decision.
I had to use it for effect.
It's all good. You can. But yeah, that was the reason why he couldn't. The reason why they put him under Sam Darnold is because they were already actively trying to trade him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to put him in a number 2 position and have to actually play him in a preseason game. You know what I'm saying? Or continue to play him more in a preseason game. So that's why I think that they told him that, because they asked him that question. You know what I'm saying? About when because I mean, let's just be real. Who comes out and names a quarterback, the third quarterback, while they're still, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you do at the end of preseason when preseason is over. They did it before the game even started. So that was already letting teams know that, hey, this kid is for real available for trade. So that was a business. That was a roster move that was more business than was anything else. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, Sam Darnold. If you had to ask me who I would like to see play as my quarterback right now, Sam Darnold or Trey Lance, give me Trey Lance.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Watch this man play,
bro. Have you watched Sam Darnold play?
Yes, he's horrible. At least he's won
at
more
least,
than 2.
Okay, hey, but you know what you're fighting? You're fighting the unknown. I'm okay with the unknown, because guess what? There's a degree of unknown to all this. And think about this. What if I told you your first day on the job, you're walking into the business, you know what I'm saying? How you doing anymore? Hey man, I'm West Coast. I'm gonna be your floor supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Here at West Coast companies, we always like to give guys the on the job training. You know what on the job training is, right? It basically means that, you know, when I'm not around, there's gonna be a guy here that's gonna kind of help you out, man, making sure you know where your lunch bell is, making sure where everything is, man. Get you acclimated to the job, man. And what we like to do is we like to pair you up, man, with your own OJT. So here we go, man. We got your question right here, Henny. On the left, man, I got the Jimmy Garoppolo of the office, man. Great guy, has nice hair, you know what I'm saying? Looks great on magazines and everything else, you know what I'm saying? But on this side, I got Dak Prescott, you know what I'm saying? Who would you like to be your on-the-job training?
Obviously, Dak Prescott.
Okay, that's who his on-the-job trainer is now. So we have to expect that Trey Lance is going to get better. Because remember, all he's saying right now is he's going to learn. So, and I'm going to tell you this right here. Whenever you bring in a new employee, you don't teach him the whole company. You know what you teach him? What he needs to know. So, Trey Lance right now got an iPad with 6 plays on it.
Learn these 6
plays. Learn these 6 plays. You know what I'm saying? And think about this. At the end of the day, it's all about explosive playmakers. Real talk, I'm going to tell you this right now. If it is a set run from the quarterback, I would rather have Trey Lance running it. You want to know why? Because if they hurt him, Dak is going to say, damn, put his helmet back on and go in the game. That's what's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you this right now. In a foot race, I think I would probably get more from Trey Lance. So if there is going to be, and this is, I'm not saying Trey Lance, I think a lot of you guys are thinking like this. They're going to call a pass play. The pass play breaks down, and then he runs. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when it is a design quarterback run, Put Trey Lance in.
And let me throw this
All I'm
in.
saying.
Henny, let me put this in. And I understand, I don't want him in the game, but I'm saying this as a coaching staff, you would be stupid if you have not made or not preparing this dude at least 6 to 7 plays.
That just
You were
wrinkles up
stupid.
the defense. So, man, the
Yeah,
defense don't know what the hell. It's not
you're
this.
better by adding this type of dude on your offense if you're gonna play him for those specific plays. He's gonna be. That's why, to answer your question, the original question, Andy, we're gonna have 3 quarterbacks every game. I'm telling you now.
And
It's
I'm gonna
gonna
tell you
happen.
this right. People say that's predictable. Listen to me. It might be predictable, but guess what? Zeke was predictable on the goal line, and guess what? He had 9 straight games with a touchdown. See, you can be predictable as long as you're effective. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Trey Lance in a Dallas Cowboy offense is film that nobody has on film on.
Yeah.
So
And he can't throw the ball, y'all. Let's not.
there's no film on a Dallas Cowboy offense. There's no film on that.
He
You know
can
what I'm
throw
saying?
the ball too now.
It
Let's
ain't-
not
it
act
ain't-
like
Go
let's
ahead.
not act like he can't throw the ball now. He can.
Cooper
Yeah,
Rush
no
completes a high
question.
percent of his passes. I want to hear that man can throw the ball.
I believe it, but guess what? If Cooper Rush had Trey Lance's legs, we would be
I'm
like,
telling you,
damn. If Cooper Rush, hey, on my mama, if Cooper Rush had Trey Lance's athleticism right now, we would be like, let's go.
And he gonna suck them linebackers up, man. It's gonna be wide open.
And then you know what you do after Trey
Tell
Lance
you now.
break off, because all you really do, man, is I'm gonna tell you, all you do is like you run a series with Dak. You run a series with Dak. Boom, go. You're going down the field, moving down the field. You could literally run a play where on first I would bring him in on first down too. You know what I'm saying? After you just completed a third down. Why? Because the defense is now at its most stretched, right? And you know what I'm doing? I'm now giving this defense I would always bring Trey Lance in after a big play. Why? Because your defense is always stretched. Now they're like, what the freak? Now they might run or throw it. Like that's the only really advantages that you have. And it's like on set runs, that's kind of the reason why I wanted Cam Newton. Like I was a big advocate for bringing Cam Newton to Dallas. And it was Cam Newton sucks. He sucked. Okay, can he run and go like this with the football? I think he can. Okay, so then just do that. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Last thing I'm gonna say about Trey Lance. Trey this year, if the Cowboys really, because we remember, we got to think like this. Part of the reason why Trey Lance is here is so the Cowboys can have leverage against Dak next year when they do that contract. The only thing that is going to be able to do that is moments. So the Cowboys are going, listen to me, you can't, Dak is on a 1-year, $59 million deal next year. You can't trade him and you can't franchise tag him. So the only thing you could do is what I was actually saying this year. And what was I saying? I was saying Cowboys should draft a quarterback. I'm going to be honest with you. I was saying oh my Lord. Oh my God. They basically did.
They did.
This whole draft, I was saying Cowboys should draft a quarterback around the 4th or 5th round. Bruh, if in this year's draft, if you could draft Trey Lance in the 4th round, you're like, let's go. That's a good pick. That's a come up. He gonna play this year, bruh. And he gonna have
the way that everybody's gonna have to see this is real simple. Let's just see. Let's put it this way: if he's inactive for this first game, well, put it this way: if he's active for this first game, then you already know if it'll be for the rest of the season. Seriously, I mean seriously. If it's any game that he need to be inactive, it should be this first game. But if he's not, he's gonna be active every game, and that threat, he's gonna get on the field sooner or later. May not be week 10. I mean, sooner or later, what we talking about is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. With red zone, they're gonna pull him out. He at least gonna get a running touchdown. I'm telling you now, he's gonna get a lot of them. I'm serious. A few of them. Let me put it that way. If he's inactive for this game here, this is the weakest time. I mean, he's just getting the offensive playbook. He's just learning a few things. If it's any game, he's supposed to be inactive. It's supposed to be this one. If he's not, though, well, you're going to see something. I'm telling you now. They got to find out who this dude is so they can go ahead and make the thing on Cooper Rush. Really ain't about Dak. It's about Cooper Rush.
It's
For real.
stupid to take the ball out of the hands of your best player.
Yeah, but you got to hand it to
Hold
Tony Pollard.
on, man.
You got to give it to
That's
Tony Pollard.
different. That's different. How you gonna take the man out the game? Well, you take the man out of the game, he loses damn rhythm.
Dak,
Like,
come on,
there's
Dak
all
is,
kind of
man,
hell. Nah,
I'm
Dak
going
is-
straight at the goal line.
Come on, bro. Dak is not losing his rhythm, bro.
man,
Dak is
I
not
don't hear
losing
that.
his rhythm, bro. Don't do
You
that.
man,
like
you the
that.
main person talk about momentum. I don't hear
Yeah,
that shit.
that's momentum for team momentum, though. Because you got to think like this. Dak also put 31 points on the defense, on the sidelines too, bro. Dak is that dude, bro. If anybody you can do this with is Dak, man. If anybody you can do this with is Dak. And I'm gonna tell you this right now from a business standpoint. If there's any quarterback that, because Aaron Rodgers, man, he basically said he wasn't gonna coach that kid in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? If you have a guy like Dak Prescott, a guy who's been a friend of the organization, and you know if you tell him to jump, he's gonna jump. You know what you tell Dak to do? Train up your train up the guy that's eventually. I'm not saying he's gonna take his job, but the guy we're gonna use your leverage to be the leverage. You know what I'm saying? To be the leverage. So I mean, I don't have the reason why I don't have a problem taking the ball out of Dak's hand in those moments is because those moments aren't about a quarterback. Those moments are about who's the better runner. Who's the better runner? And if somebody gets hurt doing it, like why would I put Dak at risk like that, bro? If Dak gets hurt, bro, we're screwed. And guess what? I don't coach screwed. I don't break film down on screwed. Like my content get real crazy after Dak get hurt. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Henry, hit me up. You think he's gonna be inactive week 1?
Hell yeah.
Week 1, maybe.
Willing to bet money.
What about
week
2?
1, yes.
Bet money week 2 too.
When do you think he's gonna be active?
Next year.
Heck no. Heck no.
17 weeks not active with 1 game.
This man, listen, why do y'all
Heck
believe?
no.
Why do y'all believe so highly in this man?
It's not about
I ain't saying I
it's
believe
about
him.
business. It's not about
saying-
believe. It's about business. Listen, it's about business. You do not give away a 4th round pick in order for a guy to be on the bench. You don't do that for a whole
season.
Don't do that.
Jared Jones did that. Matt McCarthy ain't do that shit.
Yes, but guess what? That's even more reason why you know Jerry Jones. Bro, Jerry Jones is in the later years of his life. You think Jerry Jones is sitting up here talking about, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch him play next year. Bro, what is you talking about? Jerry barely holding on, bro. Come on now. If Jerry was not a billionaire, fungo, he'd be up in the sky right now. Jerry buying years right now. You think he really about to do that? He ain't doing that no more.
And he going to be active, man. He
He
going to be
gonna
active.
be
I don't need them messing up my team just try to prove a fucking point.
That ain't messing up a team, though.
Man, that is some stupid shit.
That's not. Listen, that's not.
It didn't work for New Orleans, did it?
Yes, but I'm no. Well, I don't listen
You
to
talking
me.
about Taysom Hill?
That shit did not work.
You talking about Taysom Hill?
Taysom
Man,
Hill
that shit
is
did not
good.
work. That shit
Man,
did not
Hill
work, man.
scoring, Doc. Come on,
They
now,
score
Hill.
sometimes. Hey, he fucked up sometimes too.
Taysom Hill.
Y'all love highlights. Y'all love
Taysom Hill
highlights.
scoring now, Henry.
Y'all love highlights and y'all love all this. You also leave out that Taysom Hill played tight end and running back for them boys.
Taysom Hill was impact, man. Come on now.
He also turned the ball. He also messed up drives too at times. Am I lying?
He's not a good quarterback, but I'm saying when he
I'm talking about he has messed up drives for them. They be driving the ball.
Listen to me. From a business, I totally understand from a football stance. I get it from a football stance, but from a business standpoint, and we're just solely saying business, what you gave up to get him. And think about this. Not only did you give up because he's on the roster right now. So he's taking up a roster spot right now.
Just like that.
Right now. And
but he wouldn't take a one on game day. If you
but guess what? You still let a guy like Isaiah Land to make sure that you had him.
Man, they let Isaiah Land go to I don't know what the hell they did with Isaiah Land.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to tell you now. Come on now. This dude ain't gonna just fit to sit on no sideline for 17
Absolutely not.
weeks.
You don't learn like that, bro.
Yeah, he might need to, but he gonna be in uniform.
And think about this, Bishop. Guess what the number one thing that San Francisco was basically saying about him? He needs to play more.
Yeah.
You don't need to play more for me.
I know that.
I agree.
I know that.
But at some point, Henry, they got to find out what this dude is, man. I'm serious.
And you're not gonna wait a year, bro.
And you're not gonna keep him on the bench for 2 years because the value of his trade is gonna be Nothing.
Because next year he only got 1 year in the option.
I mean, you can get a 5th or a 6th for him, nigga. You know, if you're gonna keep him on the bench for the next couple years, that's why I say Cooper Rush is in trouble. Trey Lance, biggest thing is gonna be preseason next year. He will get a whole bunch of opportunities then to show what he got.
Preseason next year, I expect him to play every single game, then every single snap.
But he playing this year too.
I think he's gonna get it. I think he's gonna get a little time in this year. I'm serious.
I think honestly, if I had to say,
I'm gonna say we trying to win a Super Bowl, we up here trying to try shit.
No. But the reason why we're also the team. We also have 4 running backs. Bruh, we also did what we did in the running back. We also did what we did in the tight end room too. So you know what I'm saying? I can use that same argument when we got let go of Schultz and let go of Zeke. I don't necessarily think that our tight end room got better by letting go of the Schultz, and I damn sure don't believe my running back room got better. Especially knowing the fact that you could have had the exact same running backs on your team right now with Zeke on it right now. Your running back room right now could be Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, Deuce Vaughn, and whomever else.
Yeah.
That could be your 3 right now.
And much as we are Cowboy fans, let me show you what really would get the Express going. And if Dak get hurt, man, you better get ready. I ain't saying he gonna start over Rush, but that pressure is gonna be there. It's gonna happen. So pray that Dak lasts his whole season. And if he doesn't, that Express train gonna start rolling real quick. I'm telling you now. You know how the Cowboys are, man.
I mean,
so you're trying to tell me we ain't got no shot this year?
Heck nah. What I'm saying is this: I believe Trey Lance can be a weapon that the Cowboys should use in certain games. That's what I believe.
Certain ways, yeah.
That's what I believe. I believe if you find teams that you have seen on film that have a problem against running quarterbacks, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I was a team that was playing the Dallas Cowboys, I would play Trey Lance. You want to know why? Because we have a problem against running quarterbacks. Daniel Jones hit us for 76. White boy dipping. Woo!
He's definitely the scout team quarterback this week, the next couple of weeks. He is. He's gonna run the Giants offense this week.
Playing against a better Dallas Cowboy defense every practice.
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
And then think about this. Cooper Rush got better playing with Dak. Will Greer got better playing with Dak. So why would we not think that freaking Trey Lance is not going to get better?
When we play the Eagles, who you think gonna play Jalen Hurts? Come on now. I mean, come on.
See, y'all talk about
but they're developing him at the same time. I'm telling you now.
Why are y'all?
I don't believe that, but I say like this. I think you will see Trey Lance. This is my number. We're gonna do our numbers right now. By week 4. I don't know who we play week 4, but I believe the Cowboys will have designed some package by week 4 for him. I think for the first month, I think it's going to be some very, very regular mundane offense because they haven't really, you know what I mean? It's going to be too many moving parts for them to get all exotic right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think this first game is going to be a very Dak-led game. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense because, like you said, Henny, there's a question mark. I'm not necessarily a question mark, but Tony Pollard is coming off of injury. Deuce Vaughn has never played against a starting defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're going to get a scheme right now to beat these Giants, it's going to be centered around Dak Prescott being involved in almost everything. And now, what I would like to do as the season progresses, I think it's going to be Dak and CD. That's what I think. I think week 1 is going to be Dak and CD. I think Brandon Cooks is going to have moments, but I think it's going to be Dak and CD and Ferguson. Dak is going to go with what he knows.
Let me add this in, Henny. I'm looking at the schedule right now. I doubt he plays against the Giants. I know for sure he probably won't play against the Jets. But that week 3 game there against Arizona, since we just said they are probably look like they tanking right now. Don't be surprised if you see just a couple of plays. We ain't talking about no drive or anything. Don't be surprised if you see him in that game right there.
Especially since it's a game that you're going in expecting to blow the team out.
I'm telling you. Now, he won't play week 4 against the Patriots, and he definitely won't play week 5 against the 49ers. and probably won't make week 6. But if the train gets started in that week 3, who's to say he won't come in and start running 2 or 3 plays in a game? I'm telling you now, he
I'm
gonna get in.
okay with it. For the athleticism portion
Yeah.
of the game, I'm okay with it
Yeah.
because it literally does create a different wrinkle. Like it definitely does.
He's a weapon, Henny. He is a weapon.
He is a backup quarterback, but he has a guess what? If he didn't have his feet, he wouldn't be in the NFL. So then you
Right.
have to give his athleticism, like the reason why he's a backup quarterback and not out of the all the way out the NFL is because of his athleticism.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like if that is the number one characteristic that you brought him in for is his athleticism, and then man, Jerry Jones said some crazy stuff today in an interview, bro. Jerry Jones said basically that the Cowboys were not like they were getting things correct so that they could pay, so they can make sure they had money next year for Trey. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, and that came out of Jerry Jones's mouth. I don't think the Cowboys are looking at this as like no, like listen to me. Why would you? You traded for a 4th round pick, right? He was a 1st round pick 3 overall. If you develop him and you put all this work into him, into making him a franchise quarterback, how much what would you want for him for that? Why? And more importantly, the way the Cowboys play, think about this. If you sign, and this is what I honestly to God think is happening with this whole Trey Lance. I honestly think that the Dallas Cowboys don't want to do another contract with Tom Francis, but they're going to be forced to do another contract next year. And I think they realize that because Dak has a no trade clause and he has a no franchise clause. So there's nothing you can do. I think they've conceded on that, on the fact that they're going to have to pay Dak next year, right? I think they give Dak Prescott another 3-year deal, probably like freaking $150 million. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like damn near basically like $50 million a year. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like 175 or something like that. And then it'd be like 50 and 50 and 50. You know what I'm saying? And then what I also see the Cowboys doing then also is backdooring and then giving Trey Lance like a 4-year deal for like something cheap. You know what I'm saying? So then guess what? You have Dak Prescott in contract, and then you also have Trey Lance in contract. And then the development of Trey Lance, the reason why you're okay with developing him is because in the back of your mind, you know when after this contract, you're not going to negotiate with Dak again. You're going to do the exact same thing you did with Ezekiel Elliott and what you did with all these other guys. Just let them walk right out the building. And then you're going to automatically promote the guy that you've already been developing. You know what I'm saying?
Henny, let me ask you this, because you know the game. Is Trey Lance your backup quarterback next year?
He has no choice. The man gonna make
So
$5
then
million next year.
you think he's going to be
Okay.
You need to be trying to find a way to get Cooper Rush off the team next year.
It's gonna happen. I'm saying that's the quarterback. It really ain't got nothing to do with Dak this year. Cooper Rush is the one that everybody needs to look at. And I believe that before, well, I ain't gonna say before, but next year, when we come to training camp next year, Trey Lance will be your backup quarterback. And it's just a slow progression up. And notice the timing when Dak gets paid on this extension. That's going to answer a lot of other questions as well. If they go ahead and sign them now, extend them now, then a lot of stuff I'm saying don't mean absolutely nothing. But after all this talk about extending him, all this season, all off season, I'm sorry. If they don't do it this year, if he don't end the year with the extension, it's got to mean something. That's all I'm gonna say. They've been talking all off season, saying we got it, we're gonna get them done. We're gonna get them done. Now all of a sudden you don't get them done. Question is why.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a question, another question too, before we get up out of here, another subject. Man, what is the question and what are your thoughts on Jordan Lewis, man? About to make $4.5 million. Well, he can make up to $4.5 million on a 1-year deal for the Cowboys. He's probably gonna be your 4th corner.
Yes, sir.
Behind Deron Bland, but your 4th corner is gonna play. You know what I'm saying? What is your thoughts on Jordan Lewis this year?
I just started off. He's a playmaker. You just added another weapon to already loaded defense. If Jordan is the guy that we last saw, he was a good inside guy. He was also a great blitzer, as we all remember. He's just a playmaker. Dan Quinn knows how to use guys like that. And to be honest with you, he kind of, in a sense, would make up, if Jordan is Jordan is right, then it kind of makes up for the loss of Overshown. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Jordy still is not healthy. They're not going to play him the first couple of weeks. They just didn't feel like he deserved to go on IR and have no odds chance of coming back. Him making the team, allows him to practice.
When does he come back?
Right in the
Or was he on short term?
Be around the board. What you mean? He's not on anything. Yeah. He was on PUP.
No, but I'm saying because you said he's not going to play for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, they
oh,
said he's not
but he's going to take up a roster spot and not play.
Yes.
All right.
That is exactly what I'm telling you. So he's not. It's just like Michael Gallup. Remember Michael Gallup? They didn't put him on PUP to start. He just sat out the first couple games. So but when he's healthy, he is a very good player for us. They used to call that boy the ball god. He used to always be around the ball, force fumbles, interceptions. Hell, he even broke his foot. The injury that he's rehabbing now, right now, he got in the middle of getting an interception for us. So I like J. Lou. He may not think that because I tried to get him. I tried to get him out of here at one point, which he did see. But he's a good player. Definitely adds depth to the cornerback room. So I'm all for having Jordan Lewis. Wish he was healthy right now at this moment. And it makes me still wonder who my fourth corner is right now, because teams always go 4 wide, 5 wide in this league. So I'm wondering who the first guy out would be with Jordan Lewis not being available.
Man, who would you want it to be? I would think the first name is probably Izzy. Shout out to Rasta with a $2 super chat.
All depend on where.
My boy said take a shot.
They love Eric Scott. They love Eric Scott. So don't forget about that. Yeah, he got destroyed. I know, but
all across the field.
But before that, they would line them up.
So and this is the thing.
Yeah,
they loved him before. He had and listen, he had a very good training camp. And then he went out there and listen. It might be the lights.
That can't be the reason because there's lights at every game.
Man, Wes, can you let the man make it, God, dog? He said lights at every game, young nigga.
The lights, listen to me. You can't. If the lights are too big in Dallas, you can't make it. That's just what it is. We've already decided that.
Yeah.
If you read your comments on your post, you ain't gonna make it in Dallas social media. You're gonna be in a fight every week. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. He says, Shaq says Noah, he should be nice piece to the cornerback room. The Cowboys actually look at Noah, the guy we traded from Miami. They look at him as an outside guy. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be a backup to either Diggs or Gilmore. So unless they get injured, he's not going to play much this year.
Special teams, if anything.
And if he's not as good as Kelvin Joseph, then Miami won the trade. To be honest with you, I probably would have kept Kelvin Joseph. I think Miami won the trade and he only got 1 more year. Kelvin Joseph got 2.
Danny Savage said we love wasting roster spots on guys that don't play. Could have left J. Lou on PUP, missed 4 games, and kept Land, then stashed Land on IR. Yeah, they manipulate things. We all know that some folks,
smart.
End up with a
smart than heck. He's savage though, but he's smart. He's a smart savage. He went to all the first. He went to all the first, all the classes before lunches. Then he left.
This sounds about right. And the Cowboys cap is story. You talk about we don't get a deal done with
man, it's gonna be a fire sale if you don't get a deal with Dak next year. It's gonna be a fire sale.
But even if you cut Dak Prescott, it's over $30 million.
They ain't gonna do that.
They ain't gonna do that.
No.
They ain't gonna do that. You gonna be paying $30 million to a dude that's
not gonna do that. They're gonna sign him, but when? In the years. What the years are. That's gonna tell you all you need to know about the Trey Lance thing. The years and the timing. When are you gonna do it and for how many years? That's gonna tell you all you need to know about Trey Lance.
I do not see Dak getting a contract over 3 years.
I don't either.
I don't see him getting a
I don't
contract.
see it.
Like I can almost,
Especially now.
And that might be where the issue lies. The Dallas Cowboys might have been offering him an extension worth 3 years before they got Trey Lance. You know what I mean? Like you asked the question why it was only a restructure and not an extension when the shit happened. Well, they might lie in it because it takes two to tango. There might be something going on. They might have offered him the contract, and in the revised contract on the extension, the no trade clause is gone. They might have offered him something, that the guaranteed money wasn't right. Years might not have been right, but we never really know because we never really see the actual contracts or know how the negotiations go. We just see the final thing.
Dak
So, I
win a
don't know,
Super Bowl
but
this year,
they
then
need.
everything changes. But if the
I mean, Dak won the
Cowboys,
Super Bowl this year.
I
but
know
if the
Still might not be here.
Cowboys go
the same thing.
wild card and lose, division around and lose, Doc, I'm telling you now.
I mean, this is the thing right here. If you're Dak Prescott, if you say no and just turn your phone off until training camp, the Cowboys are going to pay you a 1-year deal for $59 million. So my question is this: why would I turn my phone off for anything that's not close to what you already have to give me? So for the Cowboy, for Dak to get to go from 59 down to 50, I would think he would need at least $70 million worth of guaranteed million because he's already guaranteed 59.
Signing bonus got to be
Crazy, bro.
Signing bonus
Crazy.
Crazy, Doc.
If I had to say, let's throw a number. If I had to say a contract right now for Dak, with there's no way that my guarantee for this next year would be less than 59 million because I'm already guaranteed that. So my guarantee, I would think a 3-year deal, because that's where I think he's going. I would think a 3-year deal. I want to say something like
175.
Yep, 175. Like I was gonna say once. It would have to be more than once because he just signed a 165, right? 160.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it would have to be. So it'd be 3 years for 170.
70, 75, no
almost
more than 180.
I almost want to give him the same contract and just give him $70 million in guarantee, or you know what, give him $100 million.
Henny, I know you own it. Henny, what did Herbert get for the signing bonus?
A bunch of money that was not his. To hell.
I'm saying what was, because that's the standard right there. That is the standard.
Yeah,
ain't Jalen.
But you got to think like this, OG. It's not really the standard. You want to know why? Because the Chargers really want Herbert. Like they're all in. They want that's their baby. They
but that's
want.
But that's what Dak is going to be looking at.
Yeah, but we don't view Dak like that.
Well, Dak is going to come to the table and say, Justin Herbert ain't done nothing. He ain't won a division. Nothing. He ain't won a playoff game. He's
never beat me.
That's my standard if I'm Dak. Like, he got this. And I get Jalen Hurts. At least Jalen been in the Super Bowl. But Justin Herbert hadn't done absolutely nothing. Nothing. And that's my standard, because you can't pay him more, you pay me. And I got a little resume on mine saying I have done something. So that's
the
what
only
I'm
way
saying.
Dak is going to get one of them $250 million contracts is if the Dallas Cowboys give him a 5 to 6 year deal, and they are not giving Dak Prescott. No, you want to know why? I know for a fact they're not going to give him a 5-year deal. Want to know why? Because it made more sense to give him a 5-year deal 3 years ago.
Exactly.
But you decided to go the more expensive route.
What did Herbert get in the signing bonus, Henny?
Shit, it can't be right, but they say it was 16 million.
No.
Yeah, they say 16.12 million. This nothing.
Well. What Jalen get?
Jalen Hurts signing bonus?
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the contract?
Because Herbert got that. That's ridiculous.
All right, so he got the
signing bonus up front for Jalen was 23. Same day.
Gonna get more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get more than that.
Yeah, but listen. Oh my God. You want to know why? Justin Herbert did not get a high signing bonus? Because he has a total guarantee of $218 million.
Bingo.
You got to give some. You got to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right. If you're going to guarantee me $218 million, I don't need a signing bonus, bro. I don't need it.
No.
He said, my boy Roster X said, if Lance had to play, what's the least production you accept here? Man, I don't even know. I don't even know that particular number. I don't know that there was a particular number. You got at least, can you at least complete, about 60% of your passes? Can you complete about 60%?
No, because he ain't gonna throw enough passes for me to get that number.
I said percent. It doesn't matter.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Look at this. Listen to me. Justin Herbert guaranteed that signing. Oh my God, I gotta show y'all this.
That
Oh,
now we're talking. This is what I want to know right here.
guaranteed at signing.
That's a signing bonus.
$133 million.
There we go. That's what I was talking about.
You talk about the guaranteed money. Yeah. The signing
Guaranteed
bonus.
money.
The signing bonus
Signing
according to
bonus on
Google was
16.
23. Yeah.
So that's the number you need to look at right there. The guaranteed at sign, whatever that number is there, Dak has got to get more than that. And he was the last one in line. Unless, of course, Joe Burrow signed before Dak.
He will.
And I don't think Dak will get as much as Joe will, but he's gonna have to get more.
God, man, listen to this. Justin Herbert signed a 5-year deal, $262.5 million contract with the Los Angeles Chargers, including a $16 million signing bonus for signing that day, and $218 million. So think about this. Oh my God, he's gonna get almost. He's only playing for really $30 million of this contract. Because $218 million is guaranteed. Then he got $16 million of that already put in his pocket. So he really only has to play for like 16 and 18. And what is that? 32? He really got to play for $30 million.
Yeah.
Man, look.
He could be a trash quarterback. In the worst case scenario, he'll be short $30 million.
And I don't care what nobody say. If I'm Dak Prescott, I'm looking at that as my standard because, again, Justin Herbert, I don't care if the Chargers want him that bad. He has done nothing. Nothing. You got to pay me. I'm sorry. It's not Jalen Hurts' contract. So y'all want to pay a guy who ain't won a division, and I understand the Chiefs are in his division. I get it. But he hadn't even been to the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. No way. Dak Prescott should be underpaid, compared to Justin Herbert. No way.
All right. Roster X said if he had to play the entire season, if we use an hypothesis, I would want Trey to, if he had to play the whole season, injury, if he had to play for Dak Prescott whole season this year. Just give me Dak Prescott rookie numbers. Give me about 20 touchdowns. You ain't got to give me the same. Give me 20 touchdowns, about 8 interceptions, some rushing touchdowns. I'll be fine.
Oh,
see
my
that
God.
right there?
Hey, listen.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Wes.
Dak a fool, though. Dak is a fool, bro. Listen, look at Dak signed a 4-year, $160 million contract, including a $66 million signing bonus.
That's what
My
I'm talking
nigga.
about. Let me tell you. Wes.
At 95 at the sign at the time of signing.
Wes, and you already know that this signing bonus. Come on now,
bruh. There's no way Jerry wants to do a deal with Dak again.
Come on now.
Took them boys to the cleaners. The other boy
to the cleaners.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, $20 million.
$160 million. Think about this. The contract is for $160. Dak got $66 million of it
at the table.
How much is that? What percentage of that is that? Somebody give me the percentage of that. Bro, that is the most gangster contract I've ever seen in my life. What
80,
is that?
80 is 50%.
41.2.
He got 41% of the contract the day he signed.
Come on, dog. And y'all think Dak
There's
gonna
no
sign
way.
for less? And
No.
y'all think Dak gonna sign for less than that? If he got 66 that year, please go ahead and get ready to give him about 75 or 80.
And think about this, OG. You've already paid Dak $66 million plus for a season.
Come on now.
So for Dak to be like, man, I ain't tripping on that 59. Let's ride.
Exactly. Come on, man.
If I'm wow, they're not that now. I see why the Cowboys don't want to do. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, keep it real. I'm saying this. We say it may sound like a negative thing. This may sound like a negative thing, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. From a business standpoint, from a Dak Prescott standpoint, bro, he won.
He won. Oh God, yes. I mean, come on now. This not even a debate on who won. It's just and you can't go lower. You just can't. If you gave him $66 million at the table on this contract, what in the world do you think he's about to get this time? Come on now. This ain't hard to figure out. My only question is how many years and when do you do it? That's my only question. And to be honest with you, since we know that we're cheap, like I said, when you got this right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. This is why I'm saying if Dak win the Super Bowl, it'll shut everything down.
Yeah, because it won't matter.
Because it won't matter. But if he don't win it, they gonna start peeping in on Trey Lance stuff and say, hey, we got to go ahead and try it. We already know we're going to make him number 2. We got to try to start figuring things out because we don't want to pay this dude what we know we got to pay him later on. Now.
Hey, and then OG, let me tell you this right here. You OG, how long you been married for a long time? You know what I'm saying? I've been married for a long time. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know what I'm saying? In these times, you know what I'm saying? You know, things get kind of shaky. You know what I'm saying? Your girl be yelling, you're going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? You say, you know what? God dang it, I'm tired of this, OG. I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying? You go to a mediator. You sit down in front of the mediator said, okay, this is what you got. Okay, this is what we got. All right. It's gonna cost you $61 million to divorce her. Or it's $59 million to keep her.
Johnny Taylor says it's cheaper to keep her.
Oh, it is cheaper. Hey, you know what? I think we gonna work this thing out.
I already
you know what? I think her chicken ain't even that dry no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mind that she only kicking the breast.
Hey, they said look at Lamar signing bonus. It must be an albatross.
Well, well, it's a good contract to look at because he just signed it. So let's see how Baltimore did him. I'm just saying, Dak looking at all.
You know, it's gonna be a big contract. Let's put that mug in all caps.
All right, let's go. All right, Lamar Jackson signed a 5-year, $260 million contract, including a $72 million.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you though.
Come on, man.
Listen to me. These guys are getting smart, bro. You wanna know why? Because think about this. Why, even though the guaranteed money is guaranteed, you gotta wait for the guaranteed money. What these dudes are doing is give me the most money you can give me right now.
I'm walking away from this table with $72 million.
Dak is gonna get $80 million.
Dak is gonna get 80. I'm telling y'all, man.
Get an $80 million signing bonus.
And what you think Joe Burrow about to get? Come on now. I'm serious.
It makes sense, bro. It makes sense because you get that money that day. Why wait 5 years for? I mean, don't get me wrong. The guaranteed money is guaranteed, but why not get it all right now today?
You don't care nothing about no annual contract. You give me my 72. Soon as I get up from this table, I'm gone. And I mean, come on now. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all now. I'm serious. The Cowboy, this is I'm serious now. If they sign them the next week, what we talking about ain't nothing. But with each day go by, especially since all that yip they was talking about, we gonna extend that in the off season. We gonna extend them. With each day go by, it's question marks. I'm telling y'all now. Yes, whoever said that roster, the cap is getting ready to go up, which is the reason why these crazy numbers are gonna get even worse. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you now.
Let's see what Joe. Let me see what Joe. Oh, hold on.
Joe sitting back saying, Dak, please sign first.
Yeah,
that's what Joe is saying.
Joe's on his rookie deal, cuz.
I know.
Joe's still on his rookie deal. You know what's going to happen.
He had a, there you go, market value. Let's go. Oh, so this is the expected contract they have for Joe Burrows.
5 years, 270.
270. With $270 million, he's going to get an $80 million signing bonus.
No
and I'm going to tell you the reason. I'm going to tell you why it also benefits the team is because you get to dump that money as quickly as possible. Because the only thing that the teams care about is what you count against their cap. Because that's what prevents them from signing other players. You know what I'm saying? 207. Oh Lord,
it's gonna happen.
So what?
And what Joe really is waiting on? Joe is waiting on Dak to sign, and I got a feeling Dak is hoping that Joe signs. Not saying that he's gonna get paid more than Joe, but he should get more than Justin Herbert. I'm still saying that.
Justin Herbert shouldn't have gotten paid like that though.
But but he
Like,
did go with it.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like that is when guys like that get paid, man. Like it's crazy, man. Because just to think that what Dak Prescott had to get his bread. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm just saying because he did get paid. The negotiating table is the truth. Justin Herbert ain't done nothing. I at least won 3 division championships. Justin ain't won nothing.
And
He ain't
before
got to
people
the playoffs.
and before people say that Justin Herbert is young, Dak Prescott had his first playoff win in his 3rd year.
Oh, no.
This is year 4 for Justin Herbert.
Dak is 30. That ain't old. Y'all stop it.
And Dak can't help that he was born first. Like, come on, man. I hate when people go, "Oh yeah, but he's younger." Duh, he was also born.
Dak is 30. Come on, that ain't old at
Barely
all.
30. He
And
probably played another 10
let's
years.
just be real. Like, as a mature Cowboy, as a mature football player, once you become a starting franchise quarterback, man, don't nobody give a damn how old you are and how not old you not is. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes came in the league and was whipping everybody butt, and then nobody give a damn that he was only in the league 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So once you were a starting quarterback in the NFL, you were all that. Miss me with that. Oh, he's only been in the years 3 years. He's only I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
You know
these guys are
because you
these
didn't get
guys
that
are
Prescott
playing
that
to
grace.
37, 38 years old now. Man, come on.
I said they didn't get that Prescott that grace. They wanted him to win.
Well, no, they wanted that to win, man. If year 1.
Yeah.
Year 1.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't care about none of that. Like he's young, you know. The expectation is always to win. That's why you make that kind of money. That's why you're in the NFL.
Yeah, come on now.
Listen to
And
this.
the quarterback position has always been when it comes to this type of stuff is y'all know it. Who's next? Who's next in line? And whoever was next in line, unless you Baker Mayfield now, other than Baker Mayfield, whoever was next became the highest paid quarterback in the league. That's the way it's been. Matthew Stafford at one time, when he got his, he was the highest paid. You just saw what happened with Jalen Hurts.
Nobody
Off
had
of
a
one
problem
good
with that.
year, highest paid player in the league. Justin Herbert skipped over him. Bam. Highest paid in the league. Well, guess what? Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott is next. I didn't bring in Josh Allen because when he got his, he became the highest paid player in the league. It's just who's next. Dak and Joe Burrow are next. Somebody is going to pay these guys a crazy amount of money. It's going to happen.
Yeah, and looking at this last one, Jalen Hurts, 5 years, $255 million contract with the Philadelphia Eagles, including $23 million signing bonus. He took less money at the signing bonus, but he took $180 million basically in guaranteed and an annual salary of $51 million. Hurts will make a base salary of $1 million and a signing bonus of $23 million this year. So basically, he's only going to cost about a $6 million cap hit. So this is actually a good contract.
Great contract.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't mad.
It's just this is a contract Dak should have got.
Yeah, but I do have to depart from y'all good people.
Oh yeah, I'm out of here too,
Yeah,
man. We're out here for 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. We really hogged the network tonight, man.
Appreciate y'all letting me hang with you, man.
Hey, let them know where they can find you at.
Simple. Go to the Big Time Show on Facebook or YouTube. The Big Time Show on Facebook or YouTube. You can follow me, subscribe there. Wes, I appreciate you, Henny. Appreciate y'all letting me hang with you.
Hey, anytime, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, you guys already know it's West Coast Cowboy. You can type me in anywhere on the internet, West Coast Cowboy. I will pop up. You know what I'm saying? Looking like this. And shoot, I'm a Cowboy live streamer, so you just gotta basically just keep your notifications on. But I will be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. at my normal time. I'll be hogging the network from 10 to 12, man. 2-hour show. You already know what it is, man. Henny, let them know.
Hey man, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. Just make sure y'all hit that like and that subscribe button over there. You can find me at HTM Sports on YouTube and Henny the Moore on Facebook, man. So y'all just tap in.
Yes, sir. And you guys already know what it is. Never look down.